Boom.
How are you guys doing tonight? Barry B, thank you for joining us. Josh McDaniels is staying in New England. He
Yes,
turned
we
down
know.
the job.
It's a big, all that news, but we have Cowboy news first.
We have a lot of Cowboy news tonight, guys. As you see, we did not live stream last night. We did post a video. Thank you guys for checking it out. And if you haven't, make sure to go and check it out.
Eagles still suck.
Dizzle, thank you for joining us. We need a speed wide receiver. Again, we're going to be going through a lot of Cowboys news today. Cowboys abroad, what is up?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Thank you for joining us here.
Much love.
Again, we're going to jump right into it in just a second. But, guys, if you didn't already know, you can help support the channel through Streamlabs. The link is in the description down below. Anyone who does help support with $10.
In the stream, too.
Yeah. You can get one of these My Cowboys Family wristbands. And we also have pretty cool, just not, pretty new T-shirts, My Cowboys Family T-shirts. So if you want to help support the channel, and if you don't like necessarily the Cowboys star, but you still want to help support the channel, we have a regular MCF shirt. So
hope you guys jump in there.
Is your audio out?
Is it?
Man's words no good. Is your audio out?
No, my audio is good. Is yours okay? Try saying
testing.
Yeah, testing. You're good. I don't know who he means by that. Hello, testing. Okay, I think we're good.
All right, there we go. The man's word no good. Oh, okay. Sorry. I think I misunderstood Cowboys Abroad. I think he means McDaniels. Yeah.
So again, guys, you heard about the donation stream. As you see above here, and I gotta fix that. It's the Slim Shady, man. You are fantastic, Amy, baby.
Is there?
Yeah. Let them know about the about Mr. Slim Shady over there.
Yeah. No, guys. I mean, Slim Shady.
He wrote a message on the comments.
Yeah. So he said he doesn't have a YouTube channel. He didn't really want to promote anyone. But guys, Slim Shady dropped the biggest drop on our channel. I mean, we didn't even know what to do. We just kind of like short-circuited guys for a second. He ended the stream. He shut it down. But with the biggest drop ever, $200. Again, thank you so much, man, and thank you for all the support, guys. And as you can see, we have another new stream now. Slim Shady #1, Adam and the Fox Girl at number 2, number 3, Cowboys Abroad. Thank you so much, man. We got to double check the Patreon thing.
Yes,
and as soon as that goes through, I think that
as well.
because then I think that actually makes him #1 so far.
It would, but I'm still trying to get the confirmation on our side.
So we hopefully should have that by tomorrow. And then Football Nerd at number 4, Football Nerd. Thank you so much, man. Longtime supporter. Baja, what is up?
What's up, guys? We just found out we're going to be coaching a couple of the kids that you see in this stream right here. So Baja, Ryan, let's join forces for the Cowboys and let's do it. I know you guys are different fans. I know Baja's a Steeler fan. I know that Ryan's a Dolphin fan, but we're Cowboy fans. We're all united. At the flag football field. So we'll definitely be doing a lot more talking with those kids and as well with you guys, because we'll post some of that stuff through here too. That's part of our football life too, guys, and we're representing the star.
That's right. And Dallas Cowboy in Georgia, again, we're fortunate enough that people have helped support the channel. I mean, again, Fiance is able to go to the draft because of that. That wasn't even something we ever planned or ever thought we'd be able to do. Again, we've been able to invest this money back into the channel with the wristbands and other things. So that's something we never thought we'd ever be able to do. So and it's because of you guys.
So thank you all.
Thank you so much. And anyway, we don't want to spend too much because like we said, we have a lot of news, but I do want to get through a few of your comments. Where can you get the Eagles shirt, K Dizzle? I don't know, but Justice Sirianni, thank you for joining us. Fiance will not be taking off the shirt, unfortunately.
Here's the thing, but I do have a deal with LT Metters, Lieutenant Metters, if that's the way you say it.
I mean, he was near tears. He came into the chat right before, like a minute before. He said he was in tears.
He said that the Eagles would win. He'd drop 100, all right, 100. So if that's the truth, and he did that, I told him that I would burn this shirt. Because the Eagles now officially don't really suck this year, but as an organization, they still suck huge.
So we gotta edit the shirt put some.
Eagles
they still
suck.
I don't know. Your comment was about McDaniels. He said you guys would turn down more money, and then Cowboys Abroad said, "How do you trust a man that won't keep his word?" Josh McDaniels losing credibility. What happened to the days when you could do a deal with a handshake? So
those days are gone. We're long gone.
Yeah,
but you know that with Belichick pulling that on the Jets, and he did that, and then he pulled the rug out from underneath him. That was way even farther into the process of being signed. So it's a Belichick sticking it to the Colts after Deflategate and the whole claim that started the whole downward spiral of Brady being suspended 4 games and them getting fined a huge amount of money.
We'll be talking a lot more in depth about that later on. But Barry B, you kind of hit it on the nail on the head. We're going to start off talking about Dak. So he said Dak-friendly means read option offense. Lots of questioning emojis.
So here we go. I'm gonna just go. Yes.
And Julian Smith, thank you for joining us as well, guys. We'll go try to get as many of your comments, but we do have quite a bit of news, so we're gonna be doing.
Yeah, we're gonna jump back and forth, guys. So hang with us. Hit that like, subscribe if you're new, and you know the donation stream. You guys, you'll see it dropped by my Cowboys fiance.
Yes.
It's also in the description below, and it's at the top of the chat. So guys, let me start with the Dak-friendly offense. This is from Dak Prescott himself. All right, so this is a quote from him. Quote, I think it just means if you watch a little bit of maybe what the Panthers are doing or what the Chiefs did this past season, just the RPOs, the run-pass options, just allowing me to use my feet if necessary more. So that's what he said, implying that he wants to be able to have that threat of running.
Yeah, he wants to be more mobile.
Right. The RPOs were on full display during the Super Bowl, guys, as you know.
Eagles did that very successfully.
Yeah. So
congrats to you.
I don't want to say congrats. I just say they won this year and they showed the Cowboys how to do it. And if you know what I mean,
just go back and watch the video.
Go back to my other video that I just posted yesterday. It's blowing up a little bit in the Cowboy community, but I appreciate it, guys. Tell me what your thoughts are. It's got over 100 comments. Check it out. All right.
Yeah,
it's a message to Jerry Jones.
Hopefully he answers. I wish.
He won't. He don't care. Here's the thing, though. What we care about is Dak Prescott and what we currently have on the team. That was my point of yesterday's. Look, we know the coaching sucks. We know the management in the front office sucks with Jerry Jones leading the way. We know this. We can't do anything about it. We can't do anything about it as fans, but we can notice what things we can improve on that are still possible even with those fools at the helm. So if you look at the video and watch, you see there's not just the draft to build your team on. You're an idiot if you think the draft is the only way of building your team. And that's my point yesterday. It's not just the draft. It's draft is a big part of it. And we've done very well at that. But where we failed, and the Eagles have not, is in free agency. Free agency, they went struggling. They went free agents. And you see what they did. They made smart free agent moves. They didn't overpay. The Cowboys can't do that. We overpay when we make a deal. We trade 18 picks and $1 million and unbelievable amounts of players away and pieces away to get a player like Roy Williams, receiver, and is a bust, and it ruins us for years to come. So that's the kind of dumb trades we don't want. But we want smart trades like Ajayi, like Chris Long, like a couple other ones out there. I'm not even going to do it.
The point is that it's exactly. There's guys out there that you can make smart, trades for.
Business-like decisions for $2 million, $4 million.
We already had the Dak-friendly offense 2016 version.
Boom.
Tampa Bay Gaming, thanks for joining us. 80s Kendall. Tampa Bay says he didn't think Bill Belichick's retiring again. Guys, we'll get to all the other outside news.
The first thing she said when she heard about that?
The first thing I said when I heard it, I said, oh, that's because, I'm like, they're trying to get Belichick out and keep this guy. That's the only, it's money isn't the only thing, because if it was just money, remember, he's still kind of keeping a lower position is the way I see it. He, being a head coach somewhere else, maybe you're getting paid a tiny bit less. You do have a lot more power and respect.
But again, they could pay him more.
But they could pay him more.
Exactly. So, guys.
I guess it could be all about the money, but I don't know.
And here's the thing. Dak Prescott added as well, quote, Dak-friendly doesn't mean running the ball more, as someone just said. He does what Dak said himself. He doesn't mean running the ball more, but he means scaring the defense to think that Dak Prescott could take off at any play. Do you understand? So any of that run pass. But again, the thing is that it's too predictable when a team like Seattle runs Earl Thomas down at safety, knowing that Dak's going to go to the what's the next step mode? The next step is to make sure that you keep the ball, don't give it to Zeke on the 3-yard line, first and goal on the 3. By Earl Thomas coming down, it changed the play because they knew that Dak would immediately go the other way, and they just forced our hand to force Dak Prescott to either run or throw it. Either way, they covered it. And they knew it, and that's how you break the Cowboys down. It's pretty simple. And that's the thing, is that is where we need to get more creative with, in the passing game especially.
I guess so, but let me see. Dallas Cowboys just said the draft is for long-term solutions. Free agent is for short-term solutions.
Okay.
So, and then Slim Shady, thank you for joining us here. He said we want a Dak-friendly offense, though. So, and again, I agree. I just don't think that completely.
Definition is what's under review
so
here.
I guess that's the thing. We all have different ideas, it seems like, on what exactly it is, but we're hearing from Dak himself what he thinks.
And as far as Georgia said, I'm sorry though. I still say that. Yes, I agree. You build your team with the draft picks a lot. We got a lot of guys, and so do the Eagles. Let's not forget that. But you just can't do it. My point is, guys. You cannot only do it that way. You understand me, guys?
Yeah.
You cannot only do it through the draft. Don't fool yourselves. Don't be fools. You can't do it only through the draft. There's other ways. You have to be smart in your free agency. You have to be smart with your trades, and you got to make smart trades. We got Ben Wickery during the season, and a couple guys we basically, other than Brian Price, who was the only useful guy we picked up, the other guys were garbage pretty much, and we let them go anyways. That's crappy free agency during the year. That was the trades, as some of those were trades by the Cowboys. You look at the Eagles and other teams. You see, and some of them fail. They fail on some of their busts, like DeMarco Murray. But I'm not saying you go crazy and pay guys big money as free agents. I'm saying you get the little pieces. Someone said about who wants a speed receiver. I do. I want John Brown.
I think it was
Dizzle.
Dizzle, yeah.
I want John Brown. You want a speed receiver? Why do we have to spend a draft pick for a speed receiver we can get in the free agency? Intelligent, $2 million a year. Dante Moncrief, throw him on there, another $2 million. Who cares?
Exactly.
You got now 2 more guys that's going to push. One's going to push the slot spot, and one's going to push T. Will. So, I mean, I'm just saying, that's how you build. That's how you create. And then you have depth. You keep them all, you have depth, all right? So, in my opinion, guys, that is the key to getting better. You got to get better on drafts.
We got DJ Brown J in the house.
What's up, DJ?
Thank you for joining us here,
Subscribe
DJ.
up to him, guys.
Fifth Quarter Cowboys. Check out the link right there. DJ, make sure to drop the link in the chat so everybody can go ahead and sub up to you.
Just finishing it up.
Go ahead. Sorry,
just finishing it up, guys. My point was in yesterday's video is that there's not just one way to build this team. It's not just the draft. Let's get smarter. It's not the draft. It's a lot of it is the draft, but some of it is smart free agent moves, smart, contract style free agent moves, and yes, short term. Because we have the talent to win a Super Bowl, guys. We showed last year we have it. This year we blew up, and we still won 9 games. 8, I call it 8 games. I don't count that last one. But and there's a third part to this, guys, and we ignore it. And Jerry Jones ignored it for years because of his busts, his big busts of trades that he's done with getting Roy Williams and getting those guys, and just breaking down the team in other ways by going bad moves in the trading department. We need to get smarter in trades. I mean, not go for big trades, go for smaller ones, but a little bit bigger than Ben Wickery and Jeremiah.
I think
whatever his name was, a linebacker.
I think most of us have said it before, and we'll keep saying it. The Cowboys are just too loyal to players that have expired their usefulness on their team.
Great
and
point.
I hate to even say expired their usefulness because every player can be used, but I'm sorry if your production is continuously down or you're consistently injured and you're still there. I mean, we kind of said it. If Sean Lee keeps getting injured,
and I see, we got an issue there.
And at least, I'm not saying we let him go, but it does make you start saying, we need to find a replacement.
Just to say real quick. And by the way, Blues, Cardinals, Seahawks. What's up,
we got
man?
Football Nerd in the house as well. He said, "I hope we're still thinking about Jarvis Landry."
Let's chill out. Listen, Eric Gonzalez,
not.
what's up, all you guys? But I want to address Cowboys in Georgia and Cowboys abroad on a couple of their comments here. I'm sorry. My point is, you don't go. Cowboys George says you don't spend big money with big name free agents, and I agree with you. I never said we should. We have big names already. We have guys we're developing. That's the draft. Draft is we're good. We're good. I feel confident in the draft the last couple of years and this year. But let's move on to the other things we're missing. Free agency: Nolan Carroll, Stephen Paya, DeMontre Moore, Cedric Thornton. I don't know if he was a trade or not. Either way, busts. There's not been one real decent or good free agent pickup or trade that we've done the last couple of years. Let's be honest. And the Cowboys are banking on crappy moves like that in the trade department and in the free agent department. Those moves are going to be enough. If we had made half of the good moves that the Eagles did last year, we would have been in the Super Bowl probably. All right? I'm just saying, even with the rookie quarterback and running back.
And then let me see. Blue Cardinal Seahawks says, we play you guys in Seattle. 9-10 is going to be prime time. We'll take the win. I don't know about that.
Not yet.
And then Eric, I liked your comment, Eric. Let me see. He said, the one thing you can do is make this offense more Dak-friendly. Look at the 2015 Panthers and the way they use Cam Newton.
Very good. I was just picking the next point.
Yeah, that's kind of the next point. DJ Crown J, yes. He said, no damn Landry.
And again, we said it, but
I want to just not talk about this too much. I just don't want Landry on
the only reason we talked about it a little bit on this channel was because we actually got to see him. We threw it out there. The next day, it was a report about it. The way he responded was kind of weird to us personally, so we ran with it a little bit. But again, I
don't want it to happen.
Realistically, it's probably not going to happen. And honestly, it's probably a big mistake to get a free agent like that.
Yeah. Almighty Clay, Shallow Hal, thank you for joining us here. 80s Kendall, any chance we sign David Carr?
No, he beat Prescott
that was embarrassing.
In a kid style. Yeah, it was bad. Dak was way off. It was embarrassing.
Not his best one.
But here's the thing about Cam Newton, guys. In 2007, here's the thing: no quarterback carried the ball more than Cam Newton this past year.
Yeah.
And he had 139 rushing attempts, an average of 8.7 runs per game. That's how many rushes he had per game.
Is that some kind of record? I guess not.
I don't know. It's a career high for him. Prescott carried more than that in college, but unlikely to increase with the Cowboys on his role when it comes to running. Each year, guys, he's hit 57 rushes. First year and second year, rookie year and this past year, he ran 57 times exactly both years. So I would say probably will increase, but not as much as people think it's going to increase. I think it will increase some. I think they want to still scare the defenses some. So here's a change that I was reading in this article, that the bigger change is likely to come from Scott Linehan. Scott Linehan will probably design more plays for Prescott to roll out of the pocket.
I mean, doesn't that make you actually feel a little bit hopeful that it sounds like Linehan is at least
acknowledging something?
Acknowledging. I mean,
adjusting?
The point is, we kind of all said it, it's kind of the final hour here. Linehan knows that he needs to put up in a way, and I think that Garrett is also feeling the pressure, and either way, I think they're finally seeing the light and saying that,
multiple channels out there,
messed up.
As well as ours. We've been calling Garrett's head on our first video that we made ever. But other channels recently have been doing the same thing and making,
kind of bringing it up again.
I mean,
it's a topic
is Jason Garrett in the hot seat? Is Linehan in the hot seat? The answer is yes, but not necessarily Garrett this season.
No,
Linehan, yes, this season.
Linehan is a scapegoat, guys. Remember, Garrett,
but it's Linehan's a scapegoat because Garrett never stepped in as a head coach and did what he's supposed to do as head coach. He kept giving the ball up, taking the ball first and trying to impose their will, which wasn't there the entire season. You adjust. He couldn't make second half adjustments. A lot of that was because of that. It kind of tied our hands from when they got the ball second half. They would score and then score before the half and then get the halftime and get the ball back after the half, score again. Yeah. Now all of a sudden we were up by 7. Now we're down by 10. Now we're down by 3 or down by 7. So now we got to change the game plan. Now they don't know what to do. And that's bad coaching. They got to improve, and the coaches as well. The players have to improve on the field, but management. That's where the issue really lies, the foundational problem. Whether you want to blame Garrett eventually, yes. You want to blame it to Linehan eventually, yes. But Garrett and Linehan are kind of both the scapegoats for the Jerry Jones dictatorship. And that's where it lays. And Jerry Jones has slowly been releasing his grip, with Stephen Jones allowing him to do a little more. Will McClay trying to do a little more. But he's got to really loosen a lot more for us to have a chance to compete. And I know Joseph Soriani said, laughing at us, but no, it's not. It's not that far fetched for us to be in the Super Bowl, especially if you look at last year. We're number 1 seed.
Thank you for joining us
What's
here
up,
as well,
Ryan?
Junior Muth.
You're coming to play for the Dallas Cowboy flag football
team. And Barry
team.
B makes a good point, though. He says, I don't like the read option because I think it'll shorten Dak's career. Dak needs to just run a 4-wide shotgun offense, kind of like what Ben Roethlisberger does in Pittsburgh. More athletes and playmakers.
Well, here's what they're doing. They're not really going to increase the run-pass option, and we agree with you here, my Cowboys family. We do also think, though, that the biggest increase is going to come with Linehan, hopefully, like, as I said, guys, hopefully rolling him out of the pocket. More plays designed for him to not stand in the pocket and overthrow his receivers.
Exactly.
Just to move out, roll out of the pocket, use his legs. That way, not running the ball down the field and getting hits is going to knock your franchise quarterback out for career, maybe.
Exactly.
You want him running his legs and extending the play, finding the open guy, and then hitting him on stride. He can do that.
And honestly, guys, we've seen it. I think Dak looks better and throws better when he's moving, and we've kind of made comments about it sometimes that he's a better quarterback when he's moving.
Maybe Linehan's waking up.
He feels more comfortable when he's moving, and again, I do think he's going to run the ball a little bit more. Like, again, when I say a little more, like maybe 5 more carries than he had this year, but they're going to be smarter about it, and they are going to roll him out of the pocket. My concern with that is, how does that change the way that we work our offensive line? Like, they're going to have to adjust to those kinds of plays as well, but I'm confident that those guys will be able
Paul
to
Anderson, the new offensive lineman, came over from Cincinnati. He runs more of a run block scheme than a zone block scheme. I don't know how that's for the running game. When it comes to the passing game, though, I've heard that he's pretty good at teaching established players, whether in the run or the pass.
How to adjust.
We have 3 established players. Lel Collins, even though he's not established at that position, he's fantastic.
Picked it up so great this year.
I think you'll see a lot going towards Tyron Smith. If he's healthy, I think you'll see a lot going that way. And if we could pick up like an Isaiah Wynn or Will Hernandez in the draft as a backup to Cooper, and eventually the heir apparent to that spot, we're going to have a 5-man dominant offensive line.
Or the opposite, because of Tyron Smith, we're going to be pulling it more the other way to Collins, and hopefully Collins will be able to pick up the slack as well. So I don't know. You'll see, guys. And make sure, if you are joining us here for the first time, to hit like. It does help out our stream quite a bit. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss when we go live. We do daily live streams. Actually, yesterday was a record. Yesterday was the first time we didn't do a live stream in like 6.5 months.
7 months, guys. Yeah, we did this 7 months ago, and we haven't stopped.
We still posted. We posted our Eagles video. Fiance here,
I had to break it down. I had to get it out there, guys.
Person.
And again, that was not a diss to the Eagles, except for the end, of course. You know what I said. But
and that's us keeping it real, though.
and that's keeping it real, because that's what I truly feel. But I can't diss on the fans. I can't diss on the crappy fans. I can diss on them, because there are some. But most of them, that are on here, pretty cool guys. And again, you got to give them congrats for that. These guys, these personal guys here, but not. I hate the Eagles organization. I hate what they've done in the past to the Cowboys. I hate that they had to win their first Super Bowl this freaking year. I hate that they didn't win it at all. I wanted them ringless. But hey, they showed a blueprint on how to win a Super Bowl when you have injuries, when you can't just go right only through the draft. And they showed a blueprint for the Cowboys. Maybe Jerry Jones will wake this ass up and say, hey, let's do something now. Let's do it. Let's do something different. Let me release a little bit of control. Let me maybe at least push the control to these side of things, and let's see where the team goes for a couple of years with this talent, so we don't waste Jason Romo or Witten or a Des Bryant.
Yeah,
yes,
well, DJ said, "Are you serious? Dante Moncrief is super average. Never had over an 800-yard season.
Is he not in the league for 3 years? Is he in the league for 3 seasons? He's very young. He had a promising year, I think his second year. I'm not sure. And then he had hurt twice, I think. And it was not like major injuries, but they derailed his progression. So but you're going to pay him what? $1.5 million, $2 million? It's worth the risk. He's somebody who has that upside. John Brown, he also got injured a couple of times, but he's worth the risk in our offense. Now, as you heard, rolling Dak out, whoever's the receivers, if it's the same crew or it's a whole different crew. The point is that we're going to run Dak out of the pocket more often. That's what it sounds like we're going to do with Linehan. And again, I got to say, at least in that mindset, at least maybe Linehan will be, like you said, baby, he's on the hot seat. So he's got to do something different than what he's been doing.
But I do agree with, oh my goodness, who said it here? Barry B, that don't be surprised if Linehan ends up as the fall guy and gets fired. No, that's exactly what we think is going to happen. So, and then Moncrief is pretty good, and then they did Butler
John
wrong.
Brown.
So DJ said that his second year was 700 yards. So
who Moncrief? Yeah, but I think if I'm not sure, he was the third receiver, and he also was a big blue chip, not blue chip, but a future player for them to be on the other side of T.Y. Hilton, and he's going to be an unrestricted free agent. He got injured. I'm pretty sure he got injured like maybe week 4 this week or week this year or week 2, and he just never got back into the rotation. And the first year, I think he was injured as well when he had a couple good games in that season.
So you just see him as a guy that if he had more of a starting role, he'd do better because he has.
I see him as a much better, let's say at a different position, but a much better version like a Jonathan Cooper, what we might think is going to be a bust because of some injury issues here, but his injuries are less than Jonathan Cooper's. And his abilities outweigh what Jonathan Cooper's upside is. His upside, Cooper, was what he did this year.
Joseph.
His upside was what he did this year, Jonathan Cooper. That's all we could have expected from him. Nothing really more than that. When it comes to Moncrief, I expect him to maybe push T-Will out of that spot. And that could be something for next year when he has a $4 million year deal and 2 years left. Somebody's going to take that on. When we have Moncrief, that might be able to be solidified, maybe that side. And he's got speed. He's 6'2". He's got speed. Something that Dez doesn't currently have with the tendonitis. Dallas Cowboys
Judge just said Terrence Williams only had one 800-plus yard season in 5 seasons.
Thank you.
So, but here's my question, though.
He'll be better than that.
I know, but
he'll be better than T-Will.
But here is my question, because T-Will does one thing for us very well, and that's blocking. How does Moncrief, as far as blocking? I don't know.
Well, if we still have Des Bryant, I know DJ Crown J loves that.
Well, no, that's one thing.
He's a good blocker,
is a great
too.
blocker.
Exactly. So
that he, like that, you can.
I just think you can't, like James Hanna. He's not a receiving tight end.
Thank you for joining us.
What's up? You cannot bank on your tight end to just be a blocking tight end. I know you can have one of those in your team, but you just can't have 2 of them. We have James Hanna and Swain. One of them's got to go. Yes, they both can make a catch here and there, but Witten's the receiving tight end. Rico is maybe the next receiving tight end. Maybe we'll go draft. I think we're going to go draft. But like a Fumajeli, something like that. Anyways, rewinding back, what I'm trying to say is I think Moncrief will push T-Will out. I think we can't keep T-Will just because he can block.
I know. But
and I think that Moncrief will become more dynamic, spreads the field, deeper. And somebody that can really be a weapon and help Dak in the whole Dak-friendly process here. It's not just him rolling out of the pocket, using his legs, not to run, but to pass. I think it's also, getting him to be able to get somebody who stretch the field.
Yeah. Well, let me see. Junior Moose said that
John Brown
Cooper
works
is better
as
a backup. And then Cowboys Abroad said Terrence Williams isn't going anywhere. Now,
not right now.
I agree, at least for this year.
Maybe.
But DJ Quigley said that we also can't get desperate and just want anybody. Players aren't the problem with us. We had the same team in 2016, and no one talked about replacing anyone because we were 13-3.
DJ Crown.
No, again, I keep going back and saying I wish we would have recorded ourselves last season because some of the comments we've made now, especially like Jeff Heath, Terrence Williams, like we were never really Terrence Williams
Jason
fans.
Garrett.
We loved his, And one thing I also said, even though Witten was doing all right, was we were actually iffy about Rico, but we knew that Jason Witten's time was kind of up, and had Rico been healthy, I think we would have seen a lot more of a bigger transition between them.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
And that stupid injury, and again, and just the way the rest of the season felt too, because I think injury-wise he probably could have come back. But
when you talk about coach, when you talk about coach, we're gonna jump back into some comments, guys. Don't forget, hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and maybe drop the link in there.
Oh yeah, here we go.
For the donation, guys. It's on, guys. We have a 4-person race right now. And of course, as always, as you see below here, donation winner this week, DJ Crown J has been it for 6 straight weeks, but Slim Shady dethroned him.
Came in.
And as we said earlier, he is not even advertising anything. He just wants to say, "Go Cowboys," basically.
Yeah.
Thank you, Slim Shady.
But at least I wasn't an Eagles fan. Because that would have been the worst this week. I don't think I would have been able
Eagles
to do
at the bottom of the screen.
But thank you so much again, Slim Shady.
Yeah.
And again, and thank you so
Biggest
much to DJ
drop, too, by the way, $200.
For always, the other support and Cowboys Abroad. And let me see. Oh, my God. I got to read that. Adam and Fox Girl we got up here. And then Football Nerd, I think you're number 4. Thank you so much, man.
Aside from that, make sure you subscribe to DJ Crown J's channel.
Yeah, Fifth Quarter Cowboys. Make sure to drop the link in the chat down below if you want, DJ. But we got the link right over here, guys, and in the description. So make sure to check it out. F is for friends who do stuff together. Nice username. Let me see. Peanut310, what is up? Thank you for being here. And guys, again, we appreciate all of you guys for joining us here, chatting with us, liking, subscribing. Thank you for being part of my Cowboys family. And let's kind of hop back to it. Let me see.
I'm not a big fan
DJ,
of
shake your head to what? I guess what fiance said. No, I don't remember what you were saying before we started saying this.
What did he say? What shake?
So
man, shaking my head. I don't know.
I guess the Terrence Williams thing. So
I don't like Terrence Williams that much. I think he's a great blocking tight. The receiver. I think we're talking about tight ends. Look, the point is that there's a foundational problem on the team, and it's the coaches, and it's a foundational problem with the coaches, and it's the owner and the management and the staff that's not getting the players to them that they need. But I also think it's both. I also think it's the coaches too. But there's talk about, we're going to fire Garrett. We're not going to fire Garrett, unfortunately. We're not going to fire. He's been there for 7 years, disappointed pretty much almost every year but 2. And, you got to say that, he's kind of had his turn already, his time. Now, he's been the puppet. I don't know if he's been held back by Jerry Jones. Maybe that is a thing. Either way, there are sounds that, if he doesn't produce this year, next year, he's on the hot seat. And on top of that, guys, remember, 2020, his contract is up. So you'll see a different coach by then. I'm almost positive. Unless something miraculous happens and the team wins a Super Bowl or 2, then you'll see him as a coach for 20 years. I don't know. He'll be Tom Landry. But listen, here's the thing, guys. Some names that I've heard, John Fox. Like, to me, that would be the same thing as keeping Jason Garrett, just being honest. I don't want John Fox as our coach, but I have heard Sean Payton as a realistic choice for our coaching staff, not this year, for our head coach, and not this year, maybe next year. Again, just a little dropping some.
Yeah.
I don't want to say
Matt, thank
fact,
you for being
rumors.
here. I'm not sure why they would do that, but let us know if send us an email if there's any kind of problem or anything, and we'll. The post office wouldn't drop it off at his house. They left him a note that he has to go pick it up. So, anyway, sorry about that. But let us know as soon as you have it, or if, anything.
Well, we heard sometimes that there had to be some fees paid. So
well, just let me know, guys, because again, we'll have to. Yeah, we'll send you guys that back as soon as we figure it out. Because again, the post office. I don't know, man. I don't know.
We'll make sure we get that fixed if there's an issue. But at least it got to you.
So far, most people, we got back from almost everyone. I think there's I'm glad we heard back from you. At least you got it over there.
Yeah.
So.
Now let me see here, guys.
DJ said, I just don't understand you guys. Sometimes we're so quick to throw players away. No, just
Which
because.
Players?
I mean, again, like I said, I never.
You talking about James Hanna? Because James, I don't know who he's talking about. Because James Hanna or T. Will, I'm not saying to throw him away, but how many years has he been on the team for? 5 years. He's got 800 yards as his best season.
Yay, Cowboys Abroad just got his. Glad to hear it. So,
yes.
and again, that's why I said I wish we
Awesome.
could have recorded ourselves in years past, complaining about some of these players or saying some of our thoughts,
Yeah, because you would see how on target we were on most, not everything, but most of these things about our Cowboys. Not predicting Super Bowls or thinking.
Okay, and that's fine, Matt. We just wanted to make sure, just because, again, I know there was 1 or 2 people that said they still hadn't gotten theirs, so we're going to go ahead and reship those out. So if for some reason you didn't get yours, please let us know, because I know right now.
$10 or more donation, guys. Boom. Send us an address to send it to through mycowboysfamily@gmail.com.
That's right.
And we're going to jump back to the news, guys. I wanted to quickly touch on something. Just a quick jersey change, all right? You all right? Everything good?
Yeah.
Someone in there?
Yeah, I think that's our first troll in another language, so there you go.
Hey, awesome. All right.
Helps to be bilingual, guys. Anyway, keep it rolling.
Here we go, guys. Chidobe Awuzie had 20 Dorsett's number 33 number. Well, he's changing his number. Guess to which number, guys? Number 24. Yes, I know Everson Walls. Yes, I know, some great ones on our team, but yes, also Nolan Carroll. So I have my number 24 already, guys. You saw me wearing it. So I got number 24, Chidobe Awuzie. I said I was going to wait a year to buy his jersey. Remember I said that? Because of our self-imposed ban. We're not going to spend money on tickets for Cowboy games. We're not going to spend money on Cowboy gear. We have enough for 10 years, guys.
So
Trust
Jerry
me.
Jones, at least for the next year, is not getting
my Cowboys family money.
Yes.
Understand? But we will we will wear our gear and our stuff that we've had.
We already have,
and
of course.
our My Cowboys family stuff too. Not only this, but also our shirts that are coming.
DJ, do I sense a debate? He said it's too much to type. I'll wait till our next video chat. So
I like it.
Oh, we're gonna have to save that one for a debate, I guess.
So guys, make sure you subscribe to DJ Crown J. He puts out more and more. He's going to put out more videos, and as they come out, you're gonna see the viewage increase, the subscriber increase, and you're gonna see him just fly up to the top, guys. So just keep doing your thing, DJ.
Check them out. And again, that's
Fifth
the cool
quarter
thing about our
Cowboys.
great Cowboys community. We all have, like all these different thoughts and opinions and knowledge too. We all bring something different to the table and see things.
And
from
guys,
different ways,
whether it's DJ Crown J, thinking that we got to keep Dez no matter what.
I know DJ changed my mind on Dez. So.
Okay, well, not mine.
Well, I know.
And I still say one more year. I'm not going to keep him any longer than that. I say yes, we keep him. I don't know if it's changing my mind, but I'm saying we keep him one more year.
I think everyone, even people who
restructure.
say Dez needs to stay, know that this upcoming year is critical.
And I think DJ Crown J agrees with that.
On.
So we kind of changed his mind. No, I'm just joking. I know you said that as well, but we don't go to that point as much. We always go to what's he going to do this year. Well, we don't know. But if he does good, we keep him. If he does bad, you got to let him go. You got to trade him. You got to cut him. I don't know. We'll talk about that next year.
Yeah, but guys, he dropped the link for his channel, Fifth Quarter Cowboys,
hit that
in
up.
the chat.
Subscribe.
Make sure to go sub up.
Some great
check
stuff
out his
recently,
videos.
guys.
Great stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I love the commentary he gives. Make sure you watch it, guys. And we're going to do a lot more with him. And as well, guys, don't forget some other great cats out there. Cowboy YouTubers, guys, like Space Cowboy 17. He rocks it.
Make sure to go sub up.
Yes.
Dallas Cowboy Football News as well.
Subscribe.
Sub up to him. And LL, Cowboys Legend 27. Go sub up to him as well, guys. Again, that's this little community we got. This whole thing. So an awesome road to spum. I love to hear that. Make sure to go check out his stuff. Again, great stuff. We love hearing. All of us, we love hearing your thoughts too. So
since our ban for a year,
back to the
start. I refuse to buy anything. I said the next jersey I'll probably buy if he does well this year would be Chidobe Awuzie. Since they'll be entering his third year, I'll buy number 33. It doubles as a TD Tony Dorsett jersey. I loved it. And then
aren't you glad you didn't?
I'm glad I didn't buy anything. I'm glad that Jerry Jones pushed me to this level because now I didn't have to spend money on a 33 Awuzie jersey. You understand? So now it's gonna be a 24, and I have a 24 already. I'm gonna just. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a Romo.
That's right.
But
either way, guys, we're still going to support our Cowboys. That's all we got.
So Cheeto is number 24. Nolan Carroll's old number, right? Everson Walls and Marion Barber. But last worn by Nolan Carroll. Oh, please don't turn
that's the
him.
point. He's going to bring glory back to 24.
I hope so.
That's the hope.
Also, now let me also hit up on a couple things here, guys. I definitely did not want to forget about doing here, and it's one of our main thing about Tank, DeMarcus Lawrence, guys. I know it's pro football focus, and we don't put too much into into stock in the PFF, too much into their stock. But here's the thing: DeMarcus Lawrence, according to them, and they look at all the film, and they have accounted for 79 pressures for DeMarcus Lawrence. 79 pressures on the year on quarterbacks by DeMarcus Lawrence. Number. All right, so that's why we're going to franchise tag him, guys. Not long-term him yet. We want to see another year like this, but that's why you franchise tag him. And 79 puts him as third in the whole NFL. In pressures on the quarterback. Third in the whole NFL. This guy was not even a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. And not only did he have, second in sacks, tied for second in sacks. He was third in pressures. You cannot just make that up. You just can't have like a, ignore that after having. And again, they did not put him as one of the defensive players of the year, which is crazy to me. So staying on the line of pressures, and again, he was the third ranked, pressure in the NFL. Like, out of all 32 teams, listen to this, guys. There was only one team. Okay, so these are the amount of players who had 20 or more pressures. Amount of players who had 20 or more pressures for each team, and that's from the next gen stats. All right, so for each team, 20 more pressures. The Texans only had one player to do that. Okay, only one team did that, and that was the Texans. There was a whole bunch of teams that did 2, a bunch that did 3, a whole bunch that did 4, 3 that did 5, and 1 that did 6. And 6 is unbelievable when you think about it. The 20 or more guys, six guys on their team had 20 or more pressures. All right, so that's for the Eagles. The Eagles are the best at that, and it showed with Brady. They slowly kept getting. At first, they weren't really getting to him. They started getting to him. Then it got a little closer, and then the fumble at the end, and you can feel it happening. So they have 6 guys that have 20 or more pressures on the season. So the five player teams, there's 3 of them. The Minnesota Vikings, great defense. The Los Angeles Rams, another great defense, and the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, the Dallas Cowboys, guys.
It feels weird even saying it, guys, but yeah.
DeMarcus Lawrence has 79 pressures. He's ranked third in the NFL as a player that pressures the quarterback. Okay, I know we have a rookie backfield that really came to life later, and we have that injury issue with Lee in the middle there, but the linebackers. But we had out of our defensive front, and that means we're missing We were missing David Irving for half the season. We had. At the time, DeMontre Moore missing a couple games, and we had, Taco didn't play that much. All these guys put together, we had 5 players that went 20 or more pressures. All right, and that is the second best in the league, tied with the Vikings and the Rams. The only team better than that, the Eagles. You talk about these 3 defenses, right? What do they sound like to you? Damn good defenses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and ours is up there too. We're just going to get better, I think, through the draft. I think we have to make a couple little free agent moves.
In shock that he wasn't even considered for defensive player
shocking.
of the year.
It is shocking.
Barry B and Rodimus Mabose. Imagine if we get Vita Vea and Rodimus Mabose.
He's an impact player.
Payne. That's I
know
I'm not
good,
as
but I think
knowledgeable in this stuff, but I still think that Payne would be the better fit. But
for our team probably, but I think fit as a player, we did this mistake with T.J. Watt. And I think that we cost us. Yeah. I think that we need to go to Vita Vea. Vita Vea is a disruptor. I don't care where you put him. And I think when you throw him out, I just saw something on today about him. They had like 5 of the best impact players in the draft.
Oh, the Eagles?
No. 5 in the draft. 5 players that are the most impactful players. Number 1 was Saquon Barkley, the running back, who they say he's even better than Zeke. And there was another guy or 2 in there. I think Christian Kirk was number 5 out of them. Mm-hmm. That impact players. And they're looking at him as early as in the first round, as late as in the 4th round. That's crazy, right? So, the Cowboys would take him in the second.
That seems like a big swing.
I think it would be first round.
Yeah,
Someone take a chance. But here's the thing. The 4th most viable draft impactful player, Vita Vea, by most scouts, guys. And he's in the top 5. And he's not a top 5 pick. Chubb was another guy. He's a top 5 pick. Some of these guys are Barkley's a top 5. But these guys, but Vita Vea is a guy who's I think he'll be the only one picked in that group before, let's say, Christian Kirk. Yeah. I think he'll be so those 5 guys, he will be. That's what I'm saying. It means he's more lower to the first round. Yeah. That means he's ours, guys.
Now, Ruben Menendez made a good point about our defense. Now with Richards, they'll be stripping the ball out of wide receivers.
Aggressive.
And DJ Crown J, I actually want to comment because he says, blows my mind no one talks about knees Witten. No, and here's the reason why though, because again, that's why I say I wish we could have recorded ourselves before. We were not big on Rico. Like until this training camp, you guys kind of saw us warming up to Rico, in those earlier videos because we had never seen him play to that level. I know, because I think most of us expected that as the season went on, Rico would just continue to get more playtime and slowly replace him. So it wasn't so much of a, what are we going to do about Witten? It was, how do we slowly phase him out so we can let him retire gracefully and Rico can come and take over? Am I wrong? No. That's kind of what we all expected. The way Rico was balling out, not saying it would happen instantaneously, but that was the process moving forward. I just think that now, unfortunately, it's going to be like rushed. And you know what? Who knows? It might come training camp. Yeah, Witten's going to be the starter. But I think we might see, Rico out there more as the receiving tight end on certain plays. And again, that really depends on him. It all depends on him and how
DJ, I've said this before.
But I do think that Witten, I mean, he should have probably retired after this year.
My point was is that you can still do it in a respectful way. Somebody who's a legend like him, who still, when you throw the ball to him, catches the ball. So for the most part,
he's like a tree. He catches it. He just doesn't move anywhere.
He's not like he used to be, but he still can catch the ball. So my point is this, and he's had a couple drops this year. The point is this. The point is this: is that we need to definitely draft a tight end. I believe someone like a Gesicki, I think is his name, or Mike Gesicki or Troy Fumagalli in the 4th round. That's a viable spot for. They're deep at tight ends. That's where we grab one of them. We can go higher if we trade down in the 1st round and get a Maurice Hurst or Daron Payne. Then you can get maybe then you go a second. You can get Mark Andrews in the 2nd round or something like that. Just some ideas. And speaking of draft guys, let me tell you about Christian Kirk, because that's a guy that. They're looking at as somebody who's viable for the Cowboys, or realistically for the Cowboys. I don't want to see that, but maybe in the 2nd round it might be viable, especially if we trade down. Christian Kirk, fantastic athlete. He's going to be a good professional. All right, he's going to be a great return man. He provides a lot of different things for you. So he can turn. He's like a John Brown. I guess what I'm trying to say is that you don't want a Calvin Ridley or a John Brown or Jarvis Landry, when you can get, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. You don't want any of these guys when you have a John Brown out there that could probably do pretty much the same thing these other guys can, in my opinion. So, again, that's the thing on him. But then the thing about Maurice Hurst that makes it an interesting prospect from Michigan, here's the thing. He makes plays in the backfield. Again, a disruptor. Okay, that's why I think I like him a little more than Daron Payne. He's a disruptor, 25 tackles for a loss, all right, in the past 2 seasons in college. He didn't start as a junior, played a lot of nose tackle, like Vita Vea, okay, at Michigan as a senior, was still able to be very productive at all positions in the front line, okay? Just trying to throw out a little name out there for you guys. His surge off the snap breaks the rhythm for opposing offenses, for running game, passing game, similar to Vita Vea.
Yeah.
So he has these kind of traits.
LT Metters Jr. in the house. He said, "What's up, MCF?" And he showed the ring. So you know what? Again, LT, congrats to you.
Still saying
congrats
it. Yes.
to you,
Congrats,
LT.
man. We said it earlier to you guys. I'm not gonna say it too many more times, but congrats to you. Like I said, you made a deal. I think he knows the deal, right? You better drop that link if he wants us burned.
Oh.
You said you guys win the Super Bowl. What was that? 1-0-0? Is that what you said?
Now I want to see it. If that happens though, like during the video, we're gonna have to find a way to put that song that goes, "Hello, darkness, my old friend."
We'll figure out a way.
It has to be appropriately sad enough.
He said he'd do it. Let's see if it's true.
So, well, let me see. DJ Crown just said he's 5 yards away from Dak. Of course, he catches it. He doesn't have the best cornerback in the league in his face. Come on, my Cowboys family. So, and you know what?
Wait, hold on. 5 yards away from Dak.
As far as Witten.
Okay. I'm not saying he's great. Who said he should? I'm just saying this. Antonio Gates, who was kind of, pushed down the line a little bit. He had when they drafted Hayden Hurst, is that his name? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm getting confused with somebody else. It was Henry Hunter. I'm sorry, from 2 H's. Henry Hunter from the Chargers, from the Los Angeles Chargers. They had him, and then they wanted to just replace Antonio Gates. They wanted to ease him in and ease Gates out respectfully. And that's what they're doing. That's the way the Cowboys should do it. They were probably going to do that this year. Probably have Witten be about 55% of the plays and have like Rico 45, which is what they did with the Antonio Gates thing the first year they got their rookie. The next year, last year they used Antonio Gates about 45% of the time. See, they flipped roles. So, and then next year you're going to see that either go down or eventually, if not one more year, he'll be gone. So it's same thing with Witten. They should have done that this year. Next year it would be flipped, and Witten will be kind of phased out, and Rico should be that next heir apparent. And then by the 3rd year, it will be a very small role for Witten to finish up his contract in Dallas. That's the way I see it happening. And let's be real, it's probably what's going to happen. But we have to have Rico or another tight end produce, and that's why I think we got to go in the draft for a receiving tight end, but not early. Not necessarily early, guys. I think we need to go somewhere in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round. Maybe.
We have enough picks. We can get cute with it.
Yeah, depending on if there's a lot of tight ends are falling and there's still a lot of them in the 4th, then let's wait to the 5th and get Holton Hill, cornerback or something like that. Someone or Mark, what was his name? The guy Griffin, one hand from UCF. So we can grab one of those guys in the 4th and then grab one of the 2 or 3 tight ends that are still left in the 5th. We have 2 picks there. We have 3 in the 4th.
Yeah.
Let's get smart and use those wisely, or package them in if you want to get some more picks or trade down. Whatever it is you want to do with that 1st round pick, and you be smart about things. Or if you want to trade up, like we did to get Xavier Woods, see, that could have been a smart trade. So there's some good things, with the Cowboys. We just got to see more of it, not just in the draft, but we need to see it in free agency, and we need to see it in trades. Not crazy stuff, just a couple decent trades and a couple decent free agent moves. That's it.
Look,
and then
I
the
just
rest of
think
the
that
draft.
we have enough draft picks that we can, we can make something happen. We can either use them to try and get more of a quality player or use them to do some kind of a trade or a deal. And LT Metters, I hope you can make it out to that parade. That's going to be,
no, read the rest
you
of
say,
it.
burn, baby, burn, disco inferno.
Really? You understand what he's saying,
yes,
right?
I do. Sorry, I just I can't help it, baby. I have this habit, guys. If a song pops into my head, I gotta sing it. Sing it. I can't help it. But DJ said 5th round tight end would be fine with me. So I'm guessing again like a Fumajelli or someone like that, and then who is Gesicki? No.
Yeah, 4th, 5th round, both those guys. We have 5 rounds in the middle. That's half our draft.
Yeah, and
that's
then
where we pick, that's where we pick someone like a Gallup or someone like a Pettis as a receiver, not in the 1st round. That's where we pick a tight end. That's where we pick a tight end. In the 4th or 5th round, like a Fumajelli or a Gesicki. Those are the guys we pick.
Yeah.
Those are when you get the tight ends and the receivers. That's what you get. You get the defensive guys early, and you get an offensive guard if you can in the 2nd round, top 50 pick, Will Hernandez or Isaiah Wynn. You go for one of those guys in the 2nd round. That's the only offensive guy you go with until the 4th or 5th. When you go with tight end, you go receiver. In my opinion, that's the way you roll with this draft for the Cowboys. I really hope they do something similar to that and stay on the course to make sure not just draft the best player available that we need on our team.
I agree. So Rudder said, let me see, that's what scares me about Alabama D-line and running backs. I would draft an Alabama linebacker. Anthony Miller is my pick for wide receiver for the Cowboys. But Dallas Cowboy in Georgia says that Daron Payne only plays when he wants to. So you're saying like he's kind of a lazy player, I guess? Like in that sense? Like he just...
That's not a good sign. Always motivated when maybe a big game or something, but he doesn't play the whole time, so you never get to the big game if he plays like that. Now, talking about Maurice Hurst, who's his comparable, I guess, if you trade down a little bit in the draft, you can find a Maurice Hurst at 25 maybe, and you can trade down 6 picks. You can move up in the 2nd round, get a late 2nd round pick, or a mid 2nd round pick to move up that much in the 1st round. So that could be something viable for the Cowboys to work, or a 3rd round pick.
Knowing the Cowboys and knowing what they like to do, I do think that where we're going to see those big moves are like that. Like they're going to use some of those extra picks to move up a few spots
because they players they want.
Exactly. So the thing is, we're trying to hopefully see what kind of players could fit the scheme and that they would want. And Cowboys and Browns said Barry B, the Shaquem Griffin from UCF. I know you, baby. You really want him.
I know.
UCF.
But not early. I want him in the 4th or 5th if he drops that far. I think he would be a 4th or 5th round pick, and he would be a good linebacker depth / special teams depth. I think he could do that stuff as well, and he could be a special type of linebacker. You could put him at certain downs. You want to put him, it's almost like a safety linebacker kind of position.
And LT, we picked 19th in the draft.
19th,
so we are pick number 19. And fun fact, Cowboys have never picked a player in the 1st round ever at the 19th
When we
spot.
have, they traded out.
Exactly. So just a little fun fact.
But Maurice Hurst, if we do trade down, this would be something we want to look at. His surge off the snap of the when the ball is snapped, and he has the power to break the rhythm of not only the offense and passing or running, but also the defenders that are ready to block him, the rhythm of the blockers. And these are NFL-ready traits. So to me, if you want a disruptive 1 gap, 3 technique, Hurst is the one you want to get if you don't, in my opinion, if you don't get Vita Vea.
Yes.
If he's gone, or if you want to trade down, you go from Maurice Hurst over Daron Payne. I just wanted to make that point, because I know you're a big Daron Payne guy.
No, I know.
And I'm saying I think that Hurst would be better. I don't know. Let us know what you think, you
DJ
guys.
DJ said we have a lot of good picks this year. We have to be careful. And Cowboys and Browns said linebacker 1st round, offensive tackle 2nd round. So,
who said that?
Again, as far as the good picks, we have to be careful.
Depends, but there's a couple good linebackers out there.
Yeah, what do you guys think? I'm going to throw this out there to everybody. What do you guys think is one of the biggest mistakes the Cowboys can do in regards to all those draft picks? I think the worst thing they could do, and I don't see this happening, but the worst thing they could do is try to use a lot of those to jump up somewhere and get a really high pick.
Well,
depending on who they pick, I just have a feeling that they're going to go for the wrong guy.
To finish up the draft stuff here, because we're going to move on, because there's a lot of more news to go, guys. We're 45 minutes in here, and so let's roll through this. But here, another guy at 19 that we can go with who might not be available. If you want to go linebacker, Roquan Smith, obviously we know will probably be gone, but there's always that Tremaine Edwards guy that, with some issues that people say with him, but if you want to go with a linebacker at that point, someone like him could be a viable piece. If Vita Vea is gone and Derwin James is gone, I think that's a guy you can look at linebacker if you don't trade down and if he's available. So, the Cowboys wouldn't pass on that, and they definitely have to have a linebacker with the Sean Lee situation, in my opinion.
Cowboys and Browns says he wants a linebacker in the 1st round. Do you think that we should?
I just said Tremaine Edmonds is a guy that we could take in the 1st round. That'd be a good pick. If not, Roquan Smith if he's somehow there, we trade up, which would cost us a lot. If we trade up, we can get Roquan Smith, and if not, we can get someone like Tremaine Edmonds is a very possible pick there. no receiver in the first round, no tight end in the first round, no offensive lineman in the first round.
I think the worst thing we could do is, I agree with Dallas Cowboy Georgia. The worst thing we could do as far as the draft with our first pick is pick a wide receiver. Like, if we pick a wide receiver with our first pick, I think that'd be a big mistake.
Rashaan Evans is a guy from Alabama, is he? Or Auburn? I don't know, one of those teams. That he's a guy that people are looking at to maybe be again, Tremaine Edwards, and of course, if there was a way, Roquan Smith. Those are the only 3 linebackers I would say you even look at taking in the first pick. But you see, if they're all gone, you got to go Vita Vea.
Yeah, and David Smith.
And if Vita Vea is gone, you might maybe trade down a couple spots, get another pick in the third, bonus pick in the third. You can get your tight end there, a receiver there, maybe if you think they're going to go. You can make that skill pick then with that pick, and still getting Maurice Hurst from Michigan, who I think is better than Deron Payne.
And then Davian James, basically, yes, draft a linebacker in the first round for insurance. Basically, Jalen Smith is not a bust. He finally is 100% healed, no drop foot issues, full nerve cessation, full whatever. So we're going to hopefully see Jalen Smith 100%. 100% better than ever.
And more confident.
But the general thought is, yes, Sean Lee gets injured a lot. Jalen Smith is still figuring things out. Having another first round immediate impact linebacker in there, is something a lot of people would like to see.
I can't agree with Darwin, though. With Davion James, getting Calvin Ridley is my guy. I know. I'd say out of all receivers, he's probably the best pick in the first round. Cowboys should not pick it. They should not pick him. They should not pick him. Trust me, he's going to be automatically the 4th guy on the roster. You're going to pay first round money to a guy who's going to be the 4th receiver on your team, and you're going to say, well, he's going to be second. Not so fast. You got T. Will. What are you going to do with him? You going to trade him? Cole Beasley. You still didn't trade him yet. He's still on the team. Switzer, Noah Brown. You got these guys you want coming up. Butler's gone, but you don't replace Butler with Calvin Ridley. You replace Butler with Dante Moncrief. You replace Butler, or you replace Cole Beasley as well. You replace him with Moncrief. You replace Cole Beasley if you want to trade him. $5 million off.
He's not going anywhere.
He could. He's on the trading block. Trust me. He's on a trading block for the draft. So if you can see, that would be a smart move, I think, for the Cowboys with Switzer there. And then you can get someone like John Brown who could take over Cole Beasley's spot. These are free agent guys for cheap that could definitely make a difference on this team.
Yeah, and LT Matters, we actually aren't doing Super Chat, unfortunately, because of my fire rap. We got demonetized. We got hit with a 14-day ban.
It's going to take us like 2 months to get back to Super Chat, but Super Chat takes 30% of your donation. Through here, so if you gave 100, we'd only see 70 of that. Through here, if you give 100, we see 97 of that. So they only take 3% in the whole process from here to get to us. It takes 3%.
So again, very
3
safe,
or 30.
Secure.
Exactly.
Click the link.
Exactly done the same way, guys. And as you can see above, we got a lot of them on Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, that's right. Slim Shady right now with the number 1 spot. Adam and Fox Girl at number 2. Cowboys Abroad at number 3. And Football Nerd at number 4. So thank you guys for all of your support, and thank you for everyone else who's supported before and continues to support by watching and liking and subscribing and just joining us here in these live chats, guys.
Now,
thank you.
To finish up the draft.
And real quick, another way of supporting as well is shirts, guys. We do have t-shirts if you want to help support my Cowboys family and rock some Cowboys gear.
MCF,
and for the
baby.
not Cowboy fans who want to support my Cowboys family, we have a star-free MCF shirt.
Grown men, grown women, and little children.
So for the whole family, guys, thank you for helping us out.
Those that bought it, much love. You guys were up there last week on the ones that bought it. The ones we knew had bought it.
So Salty Rams fan, what's up? Thanks for joining us.
I've seen him before.
Davian James said, but you don't care about drafting a backup linebacker in the first round. I just think that there's better players we can get in the first round because the only linebacker I'd be interested in is Roquan Smith, and he's just not going to happen.
And again, I think that it's not necessarily a backup linebacker. When you look at it, you still got to develop him.
It's just more of another piece.
No, because you got Sean Lee's the issue, and that's the issue. You got to draft for Sean Lee. And so in reality, it's not really a backup position. It's a just in case an eventual takeover of Sean Lee's spot. Also, now, guys, with this whole thing that happened in New England, all right, in Indianapolis, where Josh McDaniels went back. Before I get on that, I want to say something about the draft. One last thing about the draft, real quick, because I'm going to be at the draft. Fiance is just about at the draft.
Yeah. So as soon as I hear back, hopefully we'll have a few other things worked out. But I'm very excited.
The point is that at the
I'll be right back. Sorry, baby, give me a second.
Yeah, at the draft, you all right? Yeah. At the draft, you know Drew Pearson in Philly last year at the draft, he gave the best speech of all speeches, guys. And I know if you guys remember that, if Cowboy fans could never, you got to go back and find it and watch it. But this year it's in Dallas. This year when the Eagles present, it's going to be just the worst. And I'm going to be there. and I know a lot of you guys are going to be there too. So I just want to say I guarantee you they're going to return this favor. The Drew Pearson comments from last year, oh man, we're going to get it hit hard all years for us to have the draft. Yeah, but that's the thing that sucks. It's in Dallas, and now they're going to represent their first ring in Dallas. Sucks. So
represent our 5 with the 5 rings on the screen.
Boom. Let me represent the 5. That's right, guys. Because all Eagle fans, please look at the screen right now. There's a couple other things I do want to mention here, guys. And I'm going to start with Eberflus. No, you should definitely support us. Eagle fans, you got to love them. Hey, they deserved it. Now, let's talk about this Josh McDaniels deal, guys. He was going to go to the Colts. Matt Eberflus, Cowboys linebacker coach and defensive pass game coordinator, was going to go there with him. It was announced. It was done. They signed contracts. So guess what happened? Yeah, as you know, Robert Kraft, kind of not out of the blue. I don't want to say out of the blue, but basically Robert Kraft pulled him back, signed him for a big contract, right? Josh McDaniels now has decided not to accept the Colts head coach offer. Will remain with New England, and that's a done deal, guys. The past 48 hours, Patriots owner Robert Kraft started talking with Josh McDaniels. There's actually proof of text on this, and obviously sweetened his contract, all right? And that's why he ended up enticing him to stay there with Bill Belichick as his, head coach. Bill Belichick now has his offensive coordinator. So, pretty impressive in New England. I'm not really happy about that, but it could affect us. And I'm going to explain to you why, guys. Now, first and foremost, Matt Eberflus. He left Dallas. He went to New England. He went to Indianapolis, expecting to be their defensive coordinator. Done deal with Josh McDaniels. And now what's next? Well, he's stuck there, guys. He signed a contract with the Colts. I don't know if in that contract there's this explicit, asterisks or whatever you want to say, that say, hey, if Josh McDaniels doesn't come, then we're out of the contract. If there is that, then he can be a free man. But I don't think I'm hearing it's not like that. I'm hearing that they're going to be in Indianapolis, and they're going to have to be whoever's the head coach. The head coach is going to have his staff there, and that's going to be a very interesting situation there. So Eberflus is going to stay in Indianapolis, which again, now without Josh McDaniels, does this change the Anthony Hitchens situation? You see, a lot of guys on here already say, ship him off. He's gone. Hitchens has gone to Indianapolis. He still might be. Eberflus is still there. But he wanted Josh McDaniels as the head coach. He wanted that young winning coaching staff in there to get. Now it's all in shambles. Does Hitchens go now? Not a done deal, not a sure bet. And I still think, and I said this even before, Hitchens is going to stay in Dallas. I think that's the biggest free agent guy over DeMarcus Lawrence, over David Irving. Hitchens is more important. So, as far as this situation goes, Robert Kraft is basically to the Colts after that Deflategate issue. You remember that, and how much it hurt them with the draft picks and fines, and of course Tom Brady. Everyone's saying that Robert Kraft is trying to get back at the Colts, and that's why he definitely wanted to pull Josh McDaniels back. There's other people that are close to the situation, and there's folks in the NFL that are well connected in the NFL that are saying and are not ruling out that Belichick might retire or leave from the Patriots, and McDaniels might come in and take over as the head coach. We don't know what they really said, everything they said. We know that they probably sweetened the deal with money, but could he be in line to take over for Belichick in the future? And I believe that is going to happen. Maybe not retiring this year, but eventually when he does leave, that's why they wanted Josh McDaniels there. They wanted to keep him in New England, not just for offensive coordinator for the next couple of years or whatever Belichick will be there for. But the writing's on the wall. Belichick might not be there too much longer. Maybe he comes to Dallas. Only if Jerry Jones has a stroke and has amnesia. But yeah, people are saying that McDaniels might be in line. Is definitely, that's why they pay him the extra money, because they want him in line to take over for Bill Belichick when he leaves. So again, he officially signed on. He's staying on there. Matt Eberflus is on there as the defensive coordinator, and it's kind of the way it's got to be. Now, when you talk about our coaching prospects for the tight end position, one of the few spots remaining open, tight end. One of our main guys we were looking at is the Tennessee Titans assistant, Jason Michael. Jason Michael is going to go to the Arizona Cardinals. He was signed by the Cardinals today to be their tight end coach, so we lost out on him. Another guy we got to look at, guys, he's still out there, and we interviewed him. All right, Bobby Johnson. he's the Oakland Raiders tight end coach. Now they had Cook, they had a bunch of guys, Garcia, a bunch of tight ends. They never really developed any of those guys, in my opinion. But hey, we'll see. What he can do for Dallas is better than having Mark Colombo, which he definitely interviewed, and that tells me that Mark Colombo is not going to be the tight ends coach. Thank goodness. A right tackle should not be a tight ends coach unless you're just teaching him to block, which is not part of the tight end job only. So, again, this Bobby Johnson worked with Scott Linehan when he was with the Detroit Lions. That's another connection there. So look for Bobby Johnson, maybe to be the tight ends coach for the Dallas Cowboys. Maybe. Now, let me see. I'm almost done with the news, guys. I promise. We're gonna go full fledged into comments. But I did want to touch on the Super Bowl. A couple things about the Super Bowl with the Eagles and the New England Patriots. A couple things here, guys. As you know, the Malcolm Butler issue. All right, that was a big deal, and everyone was confused. That really made a difference in the game. You're out on yours, baby. You gotta watch that. Hold on. There we go. Right, so sorry. Patriots, Malcolm Butler to ESPN. A couple, after the Super Bowl, he said they gave up on me. It is what it is. So again, it started off with him being really upset about something. They gave up on him. Then there was a word that came down that he said that he was emotional, and as he walked to the team bus when he left, he said, "I don't know what it was. I guess I wasn't playing good, or they didn't feel comfortable. I don't know, but I could have changed that game." That's what Malcolm Butler said.
Now, guys, there have been, rumors and reports, supposedly the thing that kept him off the field was that not only did he not practice well that week, supposedly he was out partying, he broke curfew, and he brought back marijuana to the hotel during the weekend. So just letting you guys know, those are the rumors floating around. There's been a lot of contention back from his camp and people who know him saying that, no, that's not true. It's, I don't know, guys. It's a tough one.
So yeah, I mean that is the kind of the reasoning that we've heard.
There is no clear answer though. That's kind of a big problem too. It's not like they said, well, he did it because XYZ.
Yeah, I mean I don't know. I mean, supposedly he was ill as well, and he missed some flight or some kind of pre-thing that they did.
Practice or something.
I don't know. It was something. I don't know if he missed the flight there to the state. Either way, it was something. And then again, they found the marijuana. So that's supposedly the deal, guys. Listen, two of the most questionable decisions in Super Bowl history involved Malcolm Butler and Bill Belichick. Really? The Seahawks called a pass. Well, Malcolm Butler. Yeah. The one that Seahawks had the ball on the 2-yard line, and instead of running to Marshawn Lynch, a la Jason Garrett, they decided to throw the ball, and Malcolm Butler, as a rookie, intercepted it and won the game for the Patriots. So that was one of the games that was the most controversial or questionable decisions was by the Seahawks on that one. But he was there to be part of it, and of course, Belichick benching him against the Eagles in the Super Bowl involving Malcolm Butler. It's kind of crazy that his name has come up twice in like 4 years. But Malcolm Butler played most of the more snaps than any of the Patriots all year. Keep that in mind, how important a piece he was. 97% of the time he played 97% of their snaps on defense. Belichick benched him the whole entire game.
I thought he played one snap.
It says he benched him the whole game. No reasons given from Belichick. Just remember that.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good enough reason. But we got Philly 500 in the house.
What's up?
How are you, Philly?
I got to still represent the Cowboys. The Eagles still always suck. But Philly 500, much love. Yeah. Congrats. Good job to your team. To you. And to the Eagles for winning, I guess, the Super Bowl. But F the Eagles. As you see, look back at our video yesterday. We actually give a lot of props to your Eagles and not to your players as much, but more to your management.
What you guys did to get to the Super Bowl and be successful.
Much respect on that, guys. And I believe that, I truly believe that you guys really have showed Jerry Jones a possible blueprint. Because we're there. We have the talent. We just only worked on the draft portion of our talent. We never worked on our free agent portion. We failed. No. And we also failed.
I don't think it's a real
It's not him.
500.
Okay, well, it's not him.
Unless he really wants to see my nalgas. So, in which
that's
case,
not him.
No.
Yeah, it's all right, guys. That's not really him. But either way, the Cowboys failed on 3 different parts. I mean, 2 out of 3 things, and that was they did great in the draft. The Cowboys have done.
No. Oh.
The Cowboys have done a great job.
Okay, wait. Okay, sorry. LT, sorry. I accidentally... My stupid phone. I can't undo it now. I accidentally put you in timeout. Can I undo the timeout? No. All right, sorry, LT. You're there. You're good. I'm sorry about that, man. I accidentally hit the wrong button. I don't know if fiance can undo it. So, but... You'll be okay. You'll be back in just a minute here. Sorry about that, LT. That was my mistake.
You're killing me, baby, with this.
Here, sorry.
Your boy over there.
Yeah, there. It's just because Philly 500's comment was right underneath it there. All right, so there, that one. So it's not the real Philly 500, guys. But either way, congrats to Philly. But sorry about that, LT Metters. You'll be good to go in just a minute here. So no, it's all right. No, the message just said, what's good 500. So
sorry, guys. I just
there you go.
Trolls. What are you gonna do, right? You can't let them take over, baby. You gotta,
no, it wasn't that. It just I hit the wrong button, guys. Sorry about that. I know. Modding.
So again, here's some more Super Bowl questions, facts, numbers. Craziest game ever. Tom Brady threw for 505 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. The Patriots committed 1 penalty, and they never punted, and they lost. So
and actually, remember that ridiculous penalty for 12 men on the field for the Eagles? Like that, we even said it. We're like, you can't make dumb mistakes like that against the Patriots. They're going to expose you. Something
about the Eagles we got to say here. And guys, I don't think that's the real Philly 500, so don't get on Philly 500 for anything. This is a fake Philly 500.
Yeah, don't worry about it. But Super Turk, thanks for joining us here. Santa Claus said, I'm still happy about the Super Bowl win. Oh, that's right. You're a Panthers fan. I forgot about that, Santa.
Shallow Hal in the house. What's up, man?
At least a few people are happy about it.
Yeah, they couldn't tell national anthem. Well, they did tell him before the national. That's why he was crying, Eric. He was crying because they did not tell him. They told him right before the national anthem. That was crazy.
Oh, wow.
So, Buddy Johnson, DJ Crown J said Peterson was throwing shade at Garrett.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah. He said,
he
what was it?
Guys, watch this video.
Yeah.
I mean, it's about not being so conservative. Yeah. And again, I think the Cowboys can be conservative in the running game to some extent, but I think when it comes to opening up the passing game, they opened it up the wrong way when it came to Dak Prescott, developing him. They have to become a little smarter the way they use Dak Prescott, not just RPOs, but like we just talked about, Linehan might be going to rolling him out of the pocket more often, which I think is a good idea. He's very good, accurate, actually sometimes more accurate out of the pocket and can make things happen because you have the fear that he can run or pass. So it's going to change things. Look for that next season, guys. I think that's a good thing that Linehan is doing. He's got to do something good, right? I mean, a clock's right. A clock is right, twice a day? Isn't what they say? Yeah. So, or a broken clock is right twice a day.
Yeah. Now, Quante said, how much do you want to bet John Stephen Jones plays for the Cowboys in the future? He's at least guaranteed a tryout if he doesn't get drafted.
Oh, I know.
Family. So
that's
the thing is, if he had,
that'll be years away. But yeah,
so far
5 years or so,
talent,
4 years.
The point is, as long as he shows the talent, I don't care that he's family, but he's got to perform.
But that's the problem. They're gonna take him a little too high, and they're gonna take him in the first round. He's a third rounder. You know what I mean?
The point is, he can afford to get a cheap contract because he's got that good family money.
Good point. I don't know. Some of it's guaranteed, though.
Just saying, guys.
So listen,
I don't know.
Philadelphia. Here's the thing about the Philly fans out there. All right. So here's the thing. Philadelphia won all 3 games this postseason. As an underdog, they were underdog all 3 games in the postseason. The first game against the Falcons, they were underdogs. The next game at home against the both games are at home against the Vikings, underdogs, and the Super Bowl they were underdogs. They joined the 1980 Raiders, which beat the Eagles, and the 2007 Giants. Yes, remember they were the 6th seed. Yeah, well, the 2 teams, guys.
That's right.
The only 2. Well, they joined these other 2 teams. So those are the only 3 teams in the Super Bowl era to win the championship by winning every postseason game as an underdog. Pretty amazing stat. And guys, as far as Super Bowl 53 is concerned, yes, Super Bowl 53. Odds to win Super Bowl 53 are these. Patriots are still favorites, 5-1. Green Bay Packers are next, 9-1 with the Eagles, 9-1. 12-1, Minnesota Vikings and the Pittsburgh Steelers. 18-1, the Atlanta Falcons, the Los Angeles Rams, the New Orleans Saints, and yes, your Dallas Cowboys. Not that it means crap, just saying. 18-1 chance. That's 1, 2, 3. That's the 4th best chance. Now, we have the players now to do that. Why not make a couple smart moves with some decent trades that's not going to be costly, a couple smart moves in free agency, and continue doing what you're doing in the draft? If we can do that, and Jerry Jones is not holding us back, holding Will McClay back, holding Stephen Jones back, there's a chance for us to not only make a run at the playoffs, but get to that damn Super Bowl and get that trophy we want. To make it number 6, not number 1. We'll make it number 6, Eagle fans.
No, Sleepy Dave, he got banned because he's a fake Philly 500 and he was saying dirty things.
We love Philly 500 is awesome.
Philly 500 is cool.
Congrats to him. Go watch. Go subscribe to him. So, it's fun to see that there's other Eagle fans that are okay out there. So it's not. We just hate the ones that threw batteries at the Cowboys. We hate the ones that cheered Michael Irvin's injury. We hate the ones that cheered for the running up the score with Buddy Ryan and Bounty Bowl. Those are the assholes. Just being serious.
And Spunky, thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here. X Factor, thanks for being here as well. Yeah, I love the new logo. Really cool. And then, that's just a fake account. Fred Woods, what's up? Thanks for joining us.
Guys, we had a fake Mark Holmes account. We had a fake LL account. We had a fake, now, whatever.
We had a fake Mark Holmes for a while, and now I guess we have a fake Philly 500.
Philly 500. So now, guys, hey.
It's just a surprise every time.
It just means that we made it. We made it. We made it to YouTube with over 1,000 subscribers. Thank you, guys. Don't forget, hit the like.
Fred Woods makes a good point.
Hit the like, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, guys. And of course, I know nobody's super chatted yet, but maybe hit that super chat, guys, and drop in there. Right now, you can see that there's only 4 out of 5 spots taken. So there's one spot completely open. And Slim Shady, I think he's not that far up, guys. Nobody's really put much in. Just letting you guys know.
LT said it. He said the blueprint is get a new coach. We did it, and it was effective.
Well, again,
Eagles used new coach.
The Eagles made some mistakes, but that was Chip Kelly mainly when they got DeMarco Murray, when they did deal with Bradford. But with Doug Peterson, he went in there and flipped the script. He saw what was wrong with his rookie quarterback the first year, went in there and got some free agents and made some trades. Nothing crazy. He made some nice moves. Yeah. Nothing big money spending like Jerry Jones tries to do. I don't say we go that route. I say we go smart trades, smart free agency, and continue doing smart drafting. And guess what? We can be right there with the Eagles. Trust me, even with a shit coach like Jason Garrett. Pardon my French, guys. It's already late enough.
So Bleed Green said, lots of trophies. Chilling emoji. That's what I have to say.
Well, we'll see what happens, Bleed Green. You only have one currently.
Sleepy Dave, I think that must be a fake Spunky as well. So there you go, guys. Again,
check that out, guys. Check that out, Eagle fans. Read it and weep, baby. You guys have one. Congrats. We got 5. Kiss the rings.
But you know what? Plural. I have a question for you. I have a question for you, though, baby. Do you think that right now, not saying they're going to turn into the Patriots overnight, but do you think they have the type of franchise that might be able to get them reasonably another ring?
Not the type of franchise, but the type of owner they have currently now. You know, the type of owner and the type of management they have, the GM, Rosenberg, I think his name is. These guys know what the hell they're doing out there. Laurie and Rosenberg, they've really taken over the Eagle team. And you guys, new Eagle fans, know them better than I do. But those guys, the GMs came in. These guys came in, and kind of what the Giants are going to do with Gettleman. All right, so they're taking these guys, these GMs. And who's our GM? Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is GM.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sorry. I'd rather take a Gettleman or a Rosenberg over Jerry Jones. I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
So Santa Claus, the gauntlet was laid down for the shirt burning, so we got to hold off that until
LT knows. Is that Lieutenant or LT? Tell us.
Oh, true. That's a good point. Is it Lieutenant or LT? But Bleed Green said that's the past about the rings. So
it is the past, but it's never the past when you go to the Dallas Cowboys facilities or whatever you do, and you see pictures, and also you see 5 freaking trophies, and you see 5 rings.
Actually, I remember how you said it. Bleed Green. So was Sunday, Chip.
Yeah, it's over, man.
Okay, sorry. I just had to say it. Now it's just.
I'll be pious with the quote of the day. Yeah.
Iraq City, thanks for joining us. He said, "Y'all won y'all ring in the past too." So yeah, sorry. That was, you got to admit, you got to give it to them, Bleed Green. Boom. That was a funny one. But Bleed Green, thanks for joining us. And you know what? It is a new season. Let me know what your thoughts are. How do your Eagles continue to be successful and make another Super Bowl run? Let me know what your thoughts are, what you guys need to keep doing right. So, and especially, again, the big question everywhere is what happens to Nick Foles? Is the team going to pick him up? I've heard jokes that he's going to Jacksonville. So, I mean, I don't know how much validity there is to that, but, he's obviously the team. He's obviously a quarterback that if you put him behind a solid defense, he can get the job done. He got him to the Super Bowl. One's injured, so I don't know, guys. Anyway.
I heard about that too, X Factor. By the way, guys, sub up to him. He's trying to get he's passed over 1,000, and he's a new YouTuber, so check him out. He said Jerry Jones was screaming into his pillow about Eagles ring. Yeah, I've heard about that too.
Really?
But yeah, he was screaming to his pillow how angry he was that the Eagles won. But you know what? That's
not
good.
Angry enough.
That is good. Well, we don't know. That is a good thing. That is a good. I want Jerry Jones to be an inch away from death to then realize, holy-ish, I got to do something right now. And I think that this, even though it's hurting all Cowboy fans now, Eagles still suck. And as an organization, guys, not this particular one. They have great organizational guys in there, but I'm going to represent this shirt until LT makes me burn it.
We got Doe Peterson in the chat. Thank you for joining us here, man.
I like that.
Sleepy Dave said, Eagle fans can celebrate their win until they're dethroned.
Listen, they'll celebrate it for afterwards, like we will. Like we will always celebrate our 5. I've seen 3 of the 5 rings, and like in my lifetime. So I can claim 3 of them in my lifetime. I don't think the Eagles are going to get. I think they're going to be. You guys understand the Eagles are going to be challenged in a lot of ways next year. Some of their guys are going to lose, as always happens in the offseason. But also, people are going to. Whoa!
LT Matters with a $50 donation. He said, down payment on that Eagles suck shirt burn video.
Damn it.
Get your lighter fluid ready. Oh, baby.
Thank you, Ro. LT in the house.
Buy to the shirt.
Just $50 there. $50 still.
Oh, man. So now Doug Peterson is...
And again, it won't be on the stream live.
We got Jason Garrett in the chat.
Jason Garrett, Doug Peterson.
Doug, were you referring to me in your speech? Oh,
a new subscriber.
We got a new subscriber. Thank you, Duego.
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Oh my God, I can't
Welcome
say
to the family.
Thank you, Duego. Thanks for joining my Cowboys family. Thanks for subbing up. And guys, we did figure out if you did sub up and it didn't pop up on the screen, it's because of the way you have your subscription settings set. If your subscriptions aren't public or viewable by everyone, it won't pop up here on the screen. But if they are, you get to see our little thank you for subbing up and joining my Cowboys family. And again, thank you, LT Metters. You are at the #1 spot right now.
Like
Slim Shady at #2. Thank you, Slim. Again, #3, Adam and Fox Girl. #4, Cowboys Abroad. And #5, Football Nerd. Thank you guys so much for all your support. And thank you for subbing up and liking and everything, guys.
Yes, subscribers, thank you.
You guys,
donators,
again,
thank you.
It's because of you guys that we've been able to
go to the draft. I'm going to be going to the draft. Mainly because you guys even made it a thought in our heads.
Exactly.
So,
it wasn't even a thought in our heads until that. So thank you.
But LT, guys, he wants payment for this. Damn it. I'm here. That's why I knew I had to wear it just in case.
Baby. How about this? It's just an excuse to get a brand new shirt afterwards. Some other kind of...
A worse one. I want to say one that says a curse word on it, but we'll see. We'll see. I want to just disparage them so badly on a shirt. Because I hate the Eagles, and I hate him even more now. And I'm glad Jerry Jones is screaming to his damn pillow because I want him to make changes in Dallas. And that's why I made that video yesterday. I know he's not going to see it. It's a message to Jerry Jones, but bull crap. He's not going to look at us. I want him to look at it. I want him to read it. I want him to hear it, at least hear the gist of what I'm trying to say. Let's not just succeed in the draft. Let's succeed in free agency, and let's succeed in trades. And we have to go crazy blockbuster ones, just little ones here and there, like the Eagles did. Smart ones. And we have a shot to win the Super Bowl.
Has to see my nalgas.
Skip Bayless.
Just a feeling, but Rack City, man.
I think I know what that is, too.
I know, but Rack City, I'm so sorry about that, man. I hope you're not in Kentucky.
What happened?
I'm guessing he said that in his county. Someone got shot in a school and someone got stabbed in a knife.
Shoot,
so, man,
Stay safe.
guys, we live in a crazy world, but...
that sucks, man. Take it easy.
I don't even know what to say, yeah.
Fred Woods in the house. He says, could the Cowboys have picked up Alshon Jeffrey and Ron Darby? Yes, I think we could have. I mean, they were offering those guys.
He said he literally cried when he picked up Banton and Carroll. Yep, and there we go. So, there you go.
We got you. We read him like a book.
Let me see.
It looks like he's still there.
Rack City said he's going to unsub. What? No, I already deleted it.
Really? Okay. Oh, okay. It's showing here. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, there it goes. It's okay. Delayed.
Yeah, I can't help it. It's back there. So, but yeah, guys, go sub up to Space Cowboy 17. Be the lucky 1,500 subscriber.
Who?
For Space Cowboy 17.
Yes, guys. Don't sub up to him, as we've been saying.
So he's in Maryland, man. So yeah, again, regardless of where you're at, that really sucks. And
man, take it easy.
I hope you didn't personally know anyone involved, and our thoughts go out to everyone involved.
Yes. Now, listen, speaking of heavy hearts and stuff, we got to talk about this guy who did pass away right in the Super Bowl. His name was Edwin.
The Colts are just getting hit left and right.
Yeah, he got hit by the Patriots, and he got hit before the Super Bowl by unfortunate tragedy. Edwin Jackson, linebacker for the Indianapolis Colts, born in 1991, died on Sunday morning, I think, or Saturday night. He was hit
by a drunk driver, unfortunately. I mean, it passed away.
Yeah, it was bad. And again, I'm trying to see here. It was suspected that drunk driver. All right. Yeah, it was unfortunate. Unfortunately, it was an illegal immigrant.
Using an assumed identity under a different name.
Right.
He
was from Guatemala.
Drunk driver.
Yeah, drunk driver just killed him. He was just sitting was he just sitting at the light? I think he was. I don't know. It says here that he was intoxicated, drove his car into the emergency shoulder of Interstate 70, striking and killing Jackson and ride-sharing operator Jeffrey Monroe, who had gotten out of their car after Jackson became ill. Jeez. So he got sick. Edwin Jackson got sick, got out of the car. The guy got drunk on the side of the road and ran him over. And his buddy that was driving. Horrifying, man. Horrifying. 26 years old. And guys, he was injured. He was injured this past season, but the year before that, he started every game for them. Major blow for them. And now again, I hate bringing this up.
Life is cut short.
I hate saying it. That's the worst, of course. But I try to relate. it's hard to relate it to the Cowboys. Obviously, you don't. But I'm just saying now they lost a linebacker. Now you got Hitchens.
So you have Eberflus still.
Well, you have Eberflus, right, pulling them there too. So, there's more of a need for them at linebacker than ever, unfortunately, with these horrible circumstances.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that had to happen. Our thoughts are, again, with his family and his loved ones. But yeah, LT, as far as the trolls, we were just kind of, it's all right. Like I said,
that's just respect. But again, we were talking about Butler. Butler missed his curfew.
So he did, that's official?
Yeah, he missed his curfew, and he brought back marijuana to the hotel. He missed his curfew to the Patriots team hotel. He was out late, and he brought back weed. And that's why he supposedly was the reason why they did not let him play in the Super Bowl. I could have understood. Why not fine him a ton load of money, but let him play the damn Super Bowl, man? I mean, that shouldn't. I don't know. I'm sorry. I know you got rules and regulations. You got to keep it. And I know that can. But look, it hurt your team more than help them. And in the end, you want to. And obviously, it hurt Butler a lot to not play. Obviously, you can't hurt somebody more than that. Punish him. Sit him out the first drive. But come on, man. That's too dirty, in my opinion. In my humble opinion. What do you think?
I mean,
I guess there you go.
Exactly. It just I don't know, guys. I don't know. But
take care, LT, man. You have a great night too.
LT again.
We'll be waiting for the other 50.
Smile on your face and enjoy the time with your family as well. And for your sake, I really do hope you can make it out there.
Yes.
If you're out there, just enjoy the mountains and the scenery.
As much as possible. Yeah.
Pennsylvania is a beautiful state.
Yes. So. Super Bowls by division, guys. NFC East has the most. They had 12. Now they have 13.
So
the only division,
is the most dominant division.
The only division to have 4 teams win the Super Bowl. All the teams in the division win the Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure we're the only one that have done that. So,
and I will say real quick, Brian Bradford makes a good point. Butler refutes all those claims, and I said that him and various people close to him have been saying, no, this is wrong. He didn't do
Brian.
that.
Yes.
He wasn't out there. So. But
we'll never really know.
To say because there's
either way, it's not. I don't think it's enough. Either way, even if that's what he did, it's not worthy of him being benched for the Super Bowl the entire game. I think
someone brought it up earlier. It's the last game of the year. Whatever it is he did. But honestly,
he worked hard to get to that point. He didn't kill anybody. He didn't beat anybody.
Belichick is that type of guy.
He is. He's Jimmy Johnson style.
You gotta follow the rules, and if you don't, I don't care if it's the Super Bowl.
Rack City. I would love to sign him, but let's be real. He's like 13 million or 11 million, and we're not signing him. So Butler's not coming. Spunky's dad is in the house. I have a feeling something about him. I have a feeling. I think it's what? Huh? Anyways, so right now we have 13 in the NFC East. AFC East has 8. NFC North has 8. AFC West and NFC West both have 7.
And Michael Jacks donated $5. Thank you. He said, #I support Jason Garrett.
Hey,
you know what?
That's a big one. I want to get you on the show. Hey, Cowboys Abroad, send us your any kind of connection. If you can connect to Google Chats, we want you on the show.
We would love to have you on here and really hash it
out.
And
we don't want to. It's not a fight. We don't want to make no,
but we obviously have.
We want to hear what you got to say in a full broadcast because we don't really have many Jason lovers out there. So that would be.
You know what? The only thing I will say
about
Jason Garrett,
I'm
willing to. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt in the sense that. Now that he's finally on the hot seat, really, I feel like we're finally in the moment where he's feeling the breath on his neck.
Yes.
And he's feeling the pressure. And it's kind of do or die. I'm hoping he does.
Can't disagree, yeah.
And that's it. We're all hopeful he does. That's the point. We all want the Cowboys to succeed. We want them to succeed. We want them in the Super Bowl. We want them to win.
I agree.
Jason Garrett, I don't know, guys.
Jason Garrett.
I don't know. Yeah, Jason Garrett. So I'm just really not sure, guys. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt and hopeful. Again, Linehan's comments earlier, baby, you kind of mentioned it, that they're trying to make the offense more Dak-friendly. They're going to have him, making more plays out of the pocket.
That's key.
Doing things.
And that's Linehan, and we got to trust. We got to hope that he can do something right.
On the other side of the ball, though, we have to make sure our receivers are running good routes, that they're getting open, and they are making the plays too. Because we know that if
this is for DJ
gets out of the pocket, he can make that.
And this is for DJ Crown J. And not only that, all those things are correct with all our receivers, and Dak has to be more accurate. But also, they have to tell the truth to the coaching staff when they're injured. Right, DJ?
None. So Matt Prisco,
part of it too. Everyone's to blame.
Also that he brought marijuana back to the hotel room.
And again, these things are claims. Again, even with marijuana to the hotel room. Honestly, guys, for one little tiny, honestly, not even a big deal mistake. It's like he brought alcohol back to the hotel room. For one little mistake, all right, and I think it's legally medical out there in Minnesota. One little mistake like that, and you missed the Super Bowl for the whole year? Should that cost you your entire season? I disagree with that rule by Belichick. Yeah. Even Jimmy Johnson did. I disagree with that because I say, yes, you punish him, you fine him, you bench him for the first quarter, at most, and you get him back in there and get him fired up to play the Super Bowl. And again, that's a disrespect. And yes, he disrespected the Patriots. That's how you punish someone. You don't just, you basically cut ties with him. And the fact that he's a free agent, and a lot of people are saying that that's what, he's coming up to free agency, is why they said it kind of didn't mind making that kind of decision on him, because he was going to probably leave eventually anyways. And that just, I think that's a bad call by Belichick. I don't care. Unless he killed someone, beat someone, raped someone, something horrific, marijuana, being late for curfew, you get fined, or you miss the first drive, the first quarter, but not the whole game. That's just too much disrespect, and that's too much unfairness to what he brought to your team to get you to the Super Bowl. Sorry, I can't agree with Belichick. I like
highlight in the house.
Disagree.
Thank you for joining us.
Make
and
sure it's
Fred
him.
Wood said he just watched a video of Edwin Jackson. He was a stud. Of course, with little recognition, rest in peace.
Yep.
And again, it's unfortunate, but
sucks,
Santa
big
Claus
time.
said
And
he's
how
not a
he
big
died,
Cowboys
too.
fan, but he's kind of for Jason Garrett, but he's kind of against him. I'm more 50-50. And Cowboys Abroad said Jason Garrett, fact, only one below 500 season in 7 years. So
below 500.
Other fact.
How about
he's
fact?
basically gone
Hold on.
50-50 as far as
How
either
about this?
having great seasons or 8-8.
So the one below 500 was the Romo injury for the in the second game against the Eagles, which we won, and then we didn't win any crap.
2015?
So 2015, yeah. So that was our only year. That was a disaster. I understand that, but with a lot of talent, Tony Romo in his prime, Jason Witten in his prime, Des Bryant in his prime, and in his best year so far, and the offensive line that Jason Garrett helped build, but all those things put together, and we still couldn't get past. We couldn't win more than one wild card playoff game twice. We won 2 wild card playoff games, got to the division finals, division playoff finals, and we lost twice. Once to Minnesota, 3 times we lost. Once to Minnesota, once to Green Bay. Actually, twice to Green Bay, and once to Minnesota. I'm sorry. That's not respectable in 7 years. And again, with a team of talent that you have, you wasted Romo, you wasted pretty much Witten, and you pretty much are on the end of Dez. So you have a new crop. We cannot waste them on these guys.
Beasley too. I mean, if you want to kind of, I know he's the later guy, but still.
Right. But you're looking at Dak and Zeke and all these rookies that you got in the defensive backfield, and you're looking at the guys they built in the offensive line with, who are Tyron Smith's the oldest one there, 7 years. I mean, so on the team, I'm just saying that there obviously is an issue with something with this coaching staff and ownership, management, etc. There's an issue that you have to acknowledge that, because we have a lot of talented players that are going to be Pro Bowlers, Hall of Famers. I mean, there are Pro Bowlers that are going to be Hall of Famers, and we couldn't get a more than 2 damn wins in the playoffs. You gotta be kidding me. That's just embarrassing.
So, Mushahid, thank you for joining us, and again, congrats to you.
Yes.
Let me see. Matt Persico, that's a rumor, the weed thing. Again, the team is saying yes. Butler's saying no.
Right? Yeah.
We don't have any proof either way. I don't think Linehan's going to go to Indy.
No.
Cowboys Abroad said Butler, it's a tough stance, but he clearly sent a message to everyone else. Next year, he won't have any BS with his team, and that's the point. It might have cost him a Super Bowl now, but at the end of the day, Belichick is more than just about the right here and the right now. It's about doing it his way all the time, regardless of the consequences in a way. Because, I mean, he just risked the Super Bowl for this. It wasn't a light decision. And like you said, it wasn't just some scrub. It was freaking Malcolm Butler. So,
right. No, I agree.
I don't know. So Fred Wood said, I remember Atlanta Falcons player was arrested for soliciting prostitutes. He was arrested, released, sidelined for the first half. I think his name was Eugene Robinson. I'm going to have to check that out because that's interesting. Sports Highlight said, I don't always have time to join the chat, but I like to stream on a regular basis.
Good,
and
brother.
thank you, Sports
Appreciate
Highlight.
it.
We know you guys can't always, be part of this, but we do appreciate when you do hop on here and comment and join us in these chats. But if you are just listening, thank you.
Yes. Make sure you guys don't forget to hit that thumbs up, like button, hit the subscribe.
That's one of the best ways you guys can help the channel.
And also, subscribing is even a bigger way. So subscribe to My Cowboys family. Become part of the family. We have fans from all teams. Actually, our leader right now, our donation leaderboard, an Eagle fan. Yes. And he's been up there before multiple times. We had a Steeler fan last week, almost won it. Most of the time it's the Cowboys, you know it. But this is a Cowboy channel, but we respect you as a fan. I got to give a shout out to Mushahid. Shout out from Iran. We have a shout out from Iran.
Wow,
we have a shout out.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us here. And again, enjoy your victory.
And also, we have shout outs all the way from Japan with Cowboys Abroad. We got shout outs from Ireland. We got shout outs from Argentina with T.
With T.
Yeah, I mean, so guys, all around the world, the same song, Dallas Cowboys. Somehow we find you, you find us. Even if you're not a Cowboy fan, we still respect you if you stay with your team. If you jump ship, no more respect. You can jump the channel, guys. I'm being real.
Enjoy your winter weather in Rack City. Let me see. And then Matt Persico said,
It's
IDK
80
guys,
degrees
once
here.
again, I'm all about puffing, but to play around the night before the last game, you're still stupid. And that's the
I
point,
agree.
Matt. You know, you know,
You can't risk
regardless
that.
of how you
Right.
feel about that, the point is that if it's the night before the Super Bowl, you know you don't go out and drink a lot, the same way that you know you don't go out and mess with that kind of thing if you know it could
And then come late for curfew.
if it could hurt your chances for this, you know. And I see it the same way I see alcohol or chocolate, whatever it is. If you can't put it aside long enough to get your butt to the Super Bowl, you have no business being in the Super Bowl.
No, I understand. Listen, I agree with what you guys are saying. I'm trying to look at this in a bigger picture. And I know you're saying you're looking at that incident. What is he saying about the team? What is he saying about the attitude on the team? What would Belichick look like if he didn't impose something major on them? I'm not disagreeing with you guys. But what I'm saying is that I'm disagreeing with the taking him out the entire game. That not a smart coaching move. The players themselves would not have an issue with Butler missing the first quarter or the first drive, knowing that he deserves that, and they would still have respect for Belichick. But they lost respect for Belichick because he took him out for the whole game. Even though he was wrong, he should be punished, but not the whole game. That's my point. And if he didn't, New England Patriots would be holding the 6th World Championship, and the Eagles would be ringless. But they're not. And because they're not, we got to say, good job to the management and good job to the Eagles team to do it, and good job to the good Eagle fans out there. But in the end, you know what it's about. It's about these 5 rings, all right? And these rings represent greatness, not just 1 year of greatness, which is what you guys have. You guys showed everybody how to do it. This is decades of greatness. And yes, we've gone 2 decades without greatness. But we're coming back, guys. I have a feeling.
Cowboys Abroad makes a good point. Over the first 5 years, we drafted 4 Pro Bowl linemen, and during the Romo years, we didn't have that line, a problem that Garrett fixed, not created.
Correct.
So
Correct.
then how about this?
Garrett created that line.
Forget
Correct.
about
That's one thing
Jason
he did.
Garrett about as head coach and put him in the draft room. I mean,
Exactly.
I will say one
Have
thing
him
that
an
the
assistant
Cowboys,
up there.
one thing the Cowboys, you got to give him so much credit for drafting wise. I think that we are one of the teams that does it.
I'm going to say this.
Right overall. When it comes to the draft, finding
the Eagles did too. But here's the thing. I think we go more into the draft, and we go and we go a lot less everywhere else. We need to go less on other places, but we still need to do something. They just not do any trade at all, basically.
Yeah.
And
Rack City, that's a troll. That's why.
Yeah,
so.
and not doing any, I'm just trying to get back on track because you guys keep throwing me off.
Sorry about that.
They're winning by throwing me off, but all right.
Oh no, Rack City. Don't worry about it. So, and I just know by the name.
We know who the trolls are.
So let's see. Dad, do you think Chris Richard could replace Jason Garrett? I wish.
Listen, here's the thing about that. We got a ways to go before that happens in the sense of let's see how Chris Richard does this year if he becomes defensive coordinator first. That's probably the first step for him. Then if our defense looks like the way that and it could, like the way the Seahawks Legion of Boom looked, there's a chance you will see him eventually, maybe as a head coach. I see him more as a defensive coordinator. Really, I think that would be the optimal spot for him for a good chunk of years. And then, depending on what the coaching situation is, by then we would have had somebody after Jason Garrett. And if he failed, then Chris Richard might be the guy you want to move in there. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that. I think let's look at it short term more. Right now, he looks like he's going to be next in line, whether it's next year or the year after or this year eventually. I don't know. Defensive coordinator. Chris Richard coming soon to Dallas.
I know, but Matt said it, after the game, smoke, drink, whatever, prostitutes, sure, why not? But you do it after the game.
Listen,
and after
I agree.
The
I agree 100%. Again, I agree.
That's it.
Still,
exactly.
The punishment does not fit the crime, in my opinion.
I agree, but that's the point. How else do you punish someone and get that, thing?
We all agree he should be punished. We all agree he did the wrong thing. We all agree Belichick had to do something. We disagree where the punishment is entailed.
So.
The punishment, if he killed somebody, he should be out. If he was accused of something, even I would say a drunken bar fight, that would be worse than being late for curfew and having. Even with that, you still suspend him, but you don't suspend him the whole game. You punish him, but not for the whole game. Drunken bar fight, you might have to, but if not for that, then yeah, you send a message. But you don't take him out for the whole game, not for the Super Bowl.
I disagree with you, baby. And Cowboys Abroad said, if Mary Jane rumor is true, Butler deserves his punishment. He compromised the team, bringing in drugs right before a Super Bowl. That's a selfish move. Matt Persico said, agreed.
I guess I'm in the minority here.
Right now, yeah. But again, and that's
fine.
the point. If you guys agree with fiance, let us know.
That's right. No, listen, I understand. I understand why, and I understand you really shouldn't have those kind of differences. But I think I forgot which coach said it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was I don't remember who said it. It was maybe Vince Lombardi. But he said something like, you don't treat all players the same. And that's a fact, guys. That's a fact of football. You just don't treat all players the same. Some players you got treat differently than others. Some get more special treatment. Some get worse treatment. Some need harsher treatment and harsher punishment. Others don't. I don't know the whole background with this situation.
And
with
look,
them,
when it comes to punishment,
that's all
I
I'm
think
saying.
they do, I guess. But at the end of the day,
just trying to make everybody see it differently. I'm not saying I'm 100%
but you know
right.
what? At the end of the day, the rules are the rules. And if you can't expect your starter, if you can't expect your quarterback, your number one star to do it, then
down the line, everyone's got to do it.
I agree. And that's, that's really where leadership comes in. And that's where Bill Belichick succeeds. Right now, he might have failed, but overall, he succeeds.
That's how he succeeded.
And why?
Yeah,
because he has those 5 rings to prove it, because he's managed to manage. Well,
let's talk about the almost sixth. Let's talk about the almost sixth ring and a couple last second facts here before we really go into the chat and close it down.
Jimmy Johnson said that.
Did he?
Yeah.
I want to see that, but okay, I think Lombardi said it too.
Eric Gonzalez agrees with you. I agree with you. You don't bench your best player during the Super Bowl, at least not for the whole game.
Thank you. All right, we got some on both sides. I'm glad I'm not the only one out there, but I hope you guys understand what I mean by that. I'm not saying he should get off the hook or don't penalty. Obviously it's a big deal. If it's somebody who's a scrub, I'm sorry. I think Lombardi said it. If it wasn't him, it was Jimmy Johnson, then good. But my point is, whoever said it is genius, and we know they both are. Those guys are both geniuses. But here's the thing: you don't treat them all the same. I mean, Emmitt Smith fumbles 3 times in a game, you don't cut him. But if Agee, if you guys know who that is, Tommy Agee, you guys should know him if you follow the Cowboys in the 90s. Tommy Agee fumbled the ball once, and he was cut the next day. You treat him differently. Facts. That's the truth of football. I don't care if you get the best coaches. I'm talking about Lombardi or Jimmy Johnson, and you got the Belichick as well.
Yes, you're right.
Yes. Eagles suck, baby.
Anyway, guys, back to my Cowboys fan. Just kidding, but. Anyway, baby, go ahead and hit your final points. We've been streaming for over 2 hours.
No, yes. 1 hour and 36 minutes.
It says 2 hours here.
No, that's wrong.
I guess we started streaming an hour.
I'm right again, guys. I'm wrong, baby. I'm wrong.
Just accept you're always wrong. Even if I'm wrong, you're wrong.
And that's why this is my Cowboys family.
And Dallas Cowboy Football News donated $20. Thank you so much. He said, let's go. Where you want to go? I can't wait to hopefully see you at the draft, guys. If you are going to the draft, Fiance is definitely going. I'm doing my best to get there as well. And it's thanks to you guys that we are even able to go in the first place. So thank you again.
Guys, do not forget. Very important.
Yes.
Subscribe at the Dallas Cowboy Football News.
Guys, if you haven't checked out his stuff, you got to go do it now, guys. And not just him, but we got a great Cowboys community here. Sub up to 5th Quarter Cowboys as DJ Crown J, guys. He's got some great stuff on there. And if you are Team Dez, even if you aren't Team Dez, then you definitely got to go and check out his Dez video and the other videos he just posted post-Eagles Super Bowl. And then, of course, can never forget Space Cowboy 17. He's got some great content on his site as well, guys. Go check it out. And sub up to the last but certainly not least, Cowboys Legend 27 LL, guys. You already know what it is. Go sub up to all these guys. You got some great content. But Dallas Cowboy Football News, thank you again. So
you got to remember, he also, well, I'll show you in a minute. Hold on.
Go ahead. So,
1 second. Here, I'm putting you up here. Don't worry, man.
That's right here. I'll read a comment real quick while you fix that. So let me see. Brian Bradford agrees with you. I agree. You don't bench him the whole game. So, let me see. He said, and I'm reminded of when Jimmy Johnson benched Michael Irving for being late, the team bus. He benched him for 1 series, not the whole game.
Correct.
So,
and then I know, so it's a little marijuana too, so you bench him for the quarter. You know what I'm saying? At worst. There's got to be a middle ground there.
Well, Cowboys Brett said, what's the rule? If a team plays a player that they know is under the influence, is that their punishment?
He wasn't
and
under
then
the influence.
said, or Jay Smith dropping a winning touchdown against Pittsburgh. Those guys don't last long enough to make it to the locker room. So, and I guess, what? Again, realistically speaking, when you put it that way, yes. When you have a guy like... these guys making mistakes.
I want you to understand that
you're not going to cut Zeke for fumbling the ball.
Correct. Right. You're not going to cut Zeke for smoking marijuana. You're going to reprimand him, but you're not going to cut. I guarantee you're not going to have him out of the Super Bowl if he smoked weed the night before and was late to curfew.
Yeah.
And you, Cowboy Nation, every one of you guys in here would agree with me on that. If he did to compromise the team some, you'd still treat Zeke differently than you do, whoever you want, Trey Williams, what's his name?
Ricardo Lewis, thanks for joining us. But Josh McDaniels is not going anywhere.
He's staying in New England.
Yeah. And again, the small rumor is that Belichick's still possibly considering retirement. Does that mean that McDaniels?
I wouldn't jump that. I would say for the future, though. Yeah. For the future, for sure.
It's definitely a thought.
Now, I want to say, Dallas DCFN, I put your full name up there so everyone can subscribe up to you.
Yes.
Dallas Cowboy Football News, guys. Make sure you subscribe up to them. And you are in 2nd place right now. Slim Shady's in 3rd. Cowboys Abroad. Cowboys Abroad is tied with Adam and Fox Girl. And we got football nerd.
There we go.
At the end, yes. Thank you guys, all of you.
Thank you to every single one of you guys for helping
LT
support
Matters
the
of
channel.
Eagle
Streaming the
fan
dream.
is winning. Can you believe this?
And he's winning for a reason, guys. He's out for blood.
He's out for this shirt. Yeah. Don't let him take it.
Sorry, I had to say it again. All right.
I don't think he wasn't under the influence though.
D. Will, thank you for joining us
at the game time.
He said that Emmitt Smith was on ESPN talking about Dallas. So, and I'm sure he probably had a lot to say after this Super Bowl win.
We don't really watch too much of the ESPN stuff in NFL News Network because a lot of that is just for to get the entertainment. We want facts. We don't want BS. So I hope you guys are in for that too.
If they had played him, it would be a big time fine. If he either had a career-ending injury or injured someone else, the team could be sued for liability as well. So again, the team itself could be held liable for anything that happens if it's found that, because again, let's be real, guys. If he brought it back to the hotel room, he didn't bring it back to look at it. That means he either consumed it before or during or after in some point there.
Here's the thing, though. So here's the thing.
I know it's not a big deal.
No, it's not that. It's okay. Look. He's not under the influence during the game. He might have it in his system. I'm sure many players have it in their system right now as we speak. Every Super Bowl, every playoff game, and every game in the season, guys. Let's be real.
I'm sure, but it's different when you get caught red-handed then you go and do something, and if something happens,
I'm sure
again,
it's happened,
now the
though.
team is
I'm
liable.
sure it's happened other times, though, when guys have been caught and taken out, not for an entire game. So when does he get able to play then? When is he not liable anymore? I mean, what I'm trying to say is, okay, can he play the next week, or is he still under the influence? Because if you test him, he'll probably be in his bloodstream, in his piss. So, again, what's the rule now? Okay. You know what I'm saying? So it never ends. I'm just making a point. He's not under if you're under the influence, under a certain amount of, I guess, percentages of THC in your blood or whatever. And when you're under the influence or when it's just in your piss. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, guys, the next day, it wasn't in his piss anymore and it wasn't in his blood. Well, maybe in his piss, but not in his blood.
Said it was going to the playoffs when Jimmy cut that backup running back too. So again, that kind of adds to it. So
just saying, guys, you got to treat every player differently and every situation differently. And if Tommy Agee smokes weed, and if Emmitt Smith smokes weed, yes, Emmitt's not getting cut. Yeah. I'm just saying.
And Brian Bradford, honestly, at this point, it doesn't even matter. I know Malcolm Butler is refuting the claims, but at the end of the day,
it's already assigned to him. Like the way Zeke is innocent, but he's still assigned as a domestic violence.
And not just that, but at the end of the day, too, like I said, the Super Bowl's done. It's over. You can't go back and undo that damage that was done.
I want to speak about the Super Bowl real quick, guys. This is some records that the Patriots set in this Super Bowl 52 without Malcolm Butler. Most total yards, I know he's defense. Yeah. Most total offensive yards, 613 in the history of Super Bowl history. Most passing yards in Super Bowl history, Tom Brady, 505 yards. First team with 3 100-yard receivers in Super Bowl history, Chris Hogan, Danny Amendola, and Rob Gronkowski. All right. The most unfortunate record by the Patriots, aside from losing their fifth most, the most in history, they lost the most Super Bowls in history are the Patriots. They passed the Vikings and the Buffalo Bills, but most points scored and still lost the Super Bowl, 33 points. That's the record by the Patriots, but that's crazy, crazy. And they scored 33 against a damn good defense, and they still lost.
Exactly. So, and again, that's a testament to Tom Brady and their offense, but also, again, a testament to the Eagles and their defense.
And with the Eagles winning the Super Bowl, you guys know what that means when it comes to the schedule, right? This is going to affect the Dallas Cowboys because the Eagles are going to be on Thursday night to kick off the season, and here's their home opponents for the Eagles because it's going to be in Philly. Mm-hmm. It's going to be either the Giants, the Redskins, the Falcons, the Panthers, the Houston Texans, the Indianapolis Colts, the Minnesota Vikings, or the Dallas Cowboys. People are edging towards Vikings-Eagles, or of course, Cowboys-Eagles. And I think that's going to be the one, guys. I think it depends what happens in the offseason, but what's happening in the draft. There's going to be a lot of high tension in the draft when it comes to Eagle fans out there talking their crap.
I know.
And a lot of Cowboy fans out there getting pissed off about it. So I'm not saying there'll be a fight. I'm just saying there's going to be just definitely a lot of high tension. And a lot of the guys that come on stage are going to be heighten that for the Eagle fans saying, yeah, the Eagles, we in Dallas country, we won a Super Bowl, we got a ring. Cowboys just say we got 5 rings, and that kind of ends it. But it's not going to end it. It's not going to end.
Yeah.
So
Rack City, thank you for joining us.
It's going to be interesting. We got to make a message. Yeah. Peace out, Rack.
Cowboys arrived. That's a good one. He said Patriots lost because Tom Brady dropped 100% of his passes.
That is 100% true.
Fredwood said 2 receivers to put on your radar: Rodney Thomas from USF and Traquan Smith from UCF. As a Cowboy fan, I will not pick up Calvin Ridley at 19.
Correct. Who said that?
Hernandez. Fred Woods. You make a great point.
No, I like the USF guy, but I really like Traquan Smith. I've been looking at him for a while. I can't find him on these Madden streams that we try to do sometimes to put in some of the rookies, but I want him as our receiver. I want him over, I would say, if you get Pettis or Gallup in the fourth, maybe third, fourth, fifth round.
A little biased here, baby.
No, but I love UCF. And Traquan Smith, what I've heard about him is that he looks like the real deal. I mean, you could look back to Brandon Marshall, who's from UCF too, and he's kind of like that speedy. This guy's fast. He's tall. He's strong. I would love to have someone. But you also have, of course, Dez, and you still have Noah Brown. So you got 3, and you got T. Will. I want to bring in Moncrief. I want to bring in John Brown. I want to push out Beasley and T. Will if they win the spot, and we can maybe trade those guys.
Yeah, and honestly, guys, at the end of the day, too, it would be great to just have some people in there, some receivers, or someone to put a little more pressure on the ones we got. If Beasley and T. Will, and Dez included in this, just because they're our main receiving core, if they can step it up and perform better
and stay on board,
then heck yeah, stay. We want you. The best thing we want is for them.
See, Beasley could rebound, but the one I don't think he will ever rebound. I think he's met his limit. That's why I like Bryce Butler a little better, because he had more upside. But Bryce Butler, jumped ship and said what he said. It's over. It's over. It's not coming back.
Bryce Butler's gone.
Now, listen, one last thing about these rookies and stuff and in the draft that all the teams are going to get. Listen to this about the NFL Combine. By the way, guys, I'm going to try to clear my schedule to sit here and live stream my reactions during the NFL Combine. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to mark down. I'm going to be studying this like the Torah, all right, like the Bible. I'm going to study this, and I'm going to check out who are the guys that really impressed me personally, watching each and every one of these guys. That I'm not looking at the quarterbacks. I don't really give a damn. I'm looking at what is important for the Cowboys. And all rounds, not just the first. So all positions, receivers. And I'm going to look at the realistic receivers in the later rounds. I'm going to look at tight ends realistically in the later rounds. I'm going to look at the defensive players realistically in the first couple of rounds, and the linemen, offensive guard especially, in the first couple of rounds. So, guys, March 2nd, it's going to be on. I'm going to be here, and I'm going to do my best to be here for all the Combine and watch it with you all. First time, first interesting. I know there's a lot of football guys out there that love these college guys and knows more about it than I do, so I would love your input while we're seeing it together. Hey, it's a big time here for the Combine, and it's going to run a lot of days, so we're going to try to be with you as much as possible for that. Keep that in mind. It's something we have coming up very soon on this channel here, so make sure you hit like for the stream, but of course, become part of my Cowboys family and hit subscribe and hit your notification bells. And guys, notification bell sometimes doesn't work for Twitter. Twitter doesn't send out our notifications, so don't forget. For YouTube, so make sure you get us on Twitter.
Yeah, follow us on Twitter. We do post almost every single time we go live. Jose Rio said, #FlyEaglesFly. Congrats to the Eagles. Texans up next. Only reason why I come back is because you guys provide good content and coverage of your team. And again, thank you. We appreciate it. We do our best to try and put out as much of the facts and and give our opinions too.
Listen, Eagles just won a Super Bowl. Look what I'm wearing. I wore it today all over the place, and people are looking at me like what the hell's wrong with you?
Who's this idiot wearing an Eagles sucker?
Because the Eagles still suck, and I was ripping the Cowboys, guys. You know it. Forever. So about the draft, I wanted to say that about the Combine, which we're going to do here, try to do reactions here at every important spot for the Cowboys as much as possible. Out of the players invited to the NFL Combine, there's an average about 110 Combine players that go to the there's a lot of players that go to the Combine, but about 110 of those Combine players go undrafted on average. About 110 of these guys don't even get drafted. And on average, 35 non-Combine players do get drafted. So 110 in the Combine don't even get picked up by a team. And 35 that are not there get picked up on average. And one of those guys will be Mike Hughes, guys, from cornerback from UCF. He was not invited. Shaquem Griffin was invited. They invited him late, but they never invited Hughes. It was some kind of a fight that he had, some BS, some misdemeanor assault charge that he had a fight with somebody. And that's why they're not inviting him, really? So it's silly. So but he'll be one of those guys that make it to the Combine, that make it to the NFL team, but not being in the Combine.
So, and then Eric Gonzalez, thank you. We appreciate it. And again, just all your support from all of you guys. Thank you so much.
Love.
We appreciate
every way you guys do it.
Everyone who, joins us here in the chats or, just listening in, listening to the news, listening to us ramble on. Thank you guys.
And again, an extra special thanks to Slim Shady, who's a donation winner. An extra special thanks for the whole time. He's our main sponsor, DJ Crown J. we still keeping his information on here. We're still keeping his information in the description. Subscribe up to DJ Crown J, guys.
DJ
He's
Crown
the man.
J, you know, Fifth Quarter Cowboys, go stuff up
Yes,
to him.
Fifth Quarter Cowboys.
Great stuff up already.
So you know, guys, the same thing. DJ Crown J is the owner and the runner of the channel, Fifth Quarter Cowboys. So subscribe up to Fifth Quarter Cowboys ASAP. All right, he's the donation king for 6 weeks here.
Exactly.
So in a row. Slim Shady won it. We got Steel 58 who throws in. He's a Pittsburgh fan. We got LT Metters winning this thing right now. He's an Eagle fan. He wants to represent for those Eagles. And so,
and we appreciate all the support, you know, from the $1 hollers to, you know, the giant drops, guys.
Yeah. And the comments you guys put up here, the subscribers and the likes, all that stuff. We appreciate all you guys, the mods, much love. But we got fans here from all over. We're talking about Patriot fans. We're talking about Browns fans. We're talking about.
I know it sounds dumb, but that is one of my favorite things about this, just because, we got a $2 holla. I think people just like hearing me say it. Congrats to former Cowboy Terrell Owens, # Hall of Fame 2018. Yes, Terrell Owens, Hall of Famer.
Yeah, but you know what?
I hope they don't mess up his bust, because I got to say, when they did the one for Jerry Jones, that was the creepiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That is creepy.
I'm scarred for life. Hopefully they do T.O. right. You know, represent these Cowboys a little better this time. You know, artists, people, you know, sculptors. Master crafters, I don't know, guys.
Look at that. Hold on a second.
I'm not artistic, so.
Wow, okay. I just got to fix this right now, because Slim Shady is now.
4th?
No. What? Yes, 4th.
Oh, wow.
Slim Shady dropped the 4th. So if you're out there, Slim, let us know.
You put him at 43.
Yeah, well, no. He's definitely not that.
Oh, let me see. How do compensatory picks work, Cowboys family?
So who's asked that?
Fred Woods. So
okay, Fred, I'm going to explain to you in a minute, baby. You don't really, I don't think you really on this one? Or do you want to handle it?
Well, no.
Do you know how they work?
I'm gonna ask you. Okay. You know, I'm gonna again, guys. I've never claimed to be a football expert. Some things I do know. This is definitely not one of the things I know. But I'm assuming it works that, you know, if we.
Don't assume.
All right.
Let me do it, because it is tricky. The way it is, guys, it's based on the players we lose from the year before. There we go. I fixed it, guys. LT or Lieutenant Metters is Eagle fan, still in first place. Cowboys abroad.
Cowboys abroad at number 2, guys. Dallas Cowboy Football News at number 3. And number 4, Slim Shady. Number 5, Adam and Fox Girl. And number 6, Football Nerd. And I have a feeling by tomorrow, Cowboys abroad is going to be at number 1.
Really?
With the Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Very well could be. So, but LT Metters is going to come here and drop another 50.
So we'll see, guys. We'll see. But thank you for all of you guys. And again, wait.
No, I wanted to answer that question though, about compensatory
okay, there we go. I'm back. All right, so.
We hope you guys got that. I don't know if they heard you. I'm sure they heard you through mine.
Yeah, no, I think it just went out now. But Brian Bradford, that Giants commercial, if you go back and watch our Super Bowl, I mean, I cried. I actually cried, tears of laughter.
Disturbing but funny, you got to admit. Now, I will say this.
So back to the compensatory picks, baby. How does it work?
Here it is. So it depends on the players we lost last year. Like, and I don't know if we put tenders on them, but like Maurice Claiborne, Derek Carr, Brandon Carr. Mm-hmm. Terrell McLean, Dunbar, Church. So we actually got 6 compensatory picks, but we only allowed 4 is the maximum. So we had 2 in the 6th round, we had 2 in the 5th round, and 2 in the 4th round.
So obviously going to get 2 in the 4th.
And that's based
right?
on based on the way that those players that we let go when we had some kind of tender or tag that. It depends on. I don't know if it's on I don't think it's a tender, but I think it's based on performance. So if we let them go, even though we have some kind of rights to them on the contract, and they go to the team and perform, then we get an extra pick, not from that team. The NFL just throws in an extra pick in there. So we get 2 picks in the 4th and 2 picks in the 5th, rather than 2 in the 5th and 2 in the 6th. Or 2 in the 5th and 1 in the 6th and 1 7th. I'm not sure how it broke down, because Dunbar and McLean were in there towards the end of it, and we didn't really get their claims. We got the 4th round, the 2 4th round claims. I think it was Claiborne and Brandon Carr, and then we had 2 5ths. I think would have been Church, or Church might have been the 4th. You know, one of the anyway switched around, but it was like it was Maurice Claiborne, Carr, and Church, and one other guy who gave us the 2 4ths and the 2 5ths. I think Dunbar and McLean gave us a 6th and a 7th. So we dropped those 2. We get 2 4ths, 2 5ths. That's why, guys, we got a 1st, we got a 2nd, we got a 3rd. That's 3.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a 6th and we got a 7th, right? That's 5. But then we get 2 in the 5th, we got 3 in the 4th and 2 in the 5th. That's 5 right there. So half of the draft is in the meat part right there, guys. We got to find our diamonds.
And again, let's think about some of the guys you've drafted in those rounds. For example, a Dak Prescott, for example,
Anthony
Hitchens,
Brown
as well.
Anthony Brown was in the 6th.
Oh, sorry, no.
Anthony Hitchens was in the 4th. We had not Beasley, but Switzer. We had Xavier Woods. We traded up for in the 5th. Last year we have it's a long list of guys. I mean, we could. I said Switzer already, but just a lot of guys in the 4th and 5th round that have been fantastic for us. I'm sure we had a couple of busts, but now we have 5 chances here.
I agree.
To get 3 good players. And I say Fumajelli, I say, Traquan from UCF or Pettis,
the other one, right?
Fumajelli or Gesicki, Pettis or Traquan, and you can get another, like a Holton Hill.
Yeah,
is
where
that his
would
name?
Shaquem Griffin fall in the draft?
I'd say 4th, 5th.
So again, and that's what I'm saying. So we have those extra picks.
Guys, we have 2 5th-round picks because we lost last year's pick when we traded up to get Xavier Woods.
Question for
not a bad deal because we knew we were going to get something back this year in the 5th.
Now, how does it work
if
you have 2 picks in the 5th round? How does it work? Like you do one and then the other?
Smart draft movement. Using trades in a smart way. I'm sorry, baby. Go ahead. I just want to make sure
when you do a draft pick, like if you have like 2 5th-round picks, does that mean you do one and then the other right after?
I don't know how they're going to space it out. So the 5th-round picks might be late 5th round.
Well, no, I'm just saying like any round. Like let's say you have 2 3rd-round picks or whatever.
Like, no, because the Cleveland Browns have a 1st and a 4th overall. First overall pick, and then they pick again the 4th pick. You understand? They go. So they have. It depends where you trade to, where you place. It goes by. Okay, so you the home.
Oh, okay, I get it.
So the second round starts back to Cleveland, and you keep going down. And,
I know.
Well, compensatory picks usually are in the end of the rounds. They usually sometimes you'll see 34 picks in the 1st round because there was a couple compensation picks.
Okay, so no, that's what I was trying to figure out. Okay, so that explains it for me. Thank you, baby. And then let me see. Aaron Gonzalez said, Skip Bayless hates the fact that T.O. got into the Hall of Fame. I mean, Skip Bayless hates a lot of things.
Listen, I'm not a big fan. I hate Skip Bayless, but I'm not a big fan of T.O. in the sense of his antics. You can't talk about football. I agree with that. Without T.O., I still think Everson Walls for the Dallas Cowboys is a name we should have been cheering on as Cowboy fans more than T.O. Unfortunately, Jerry Jones doesn't help with that. Good point made by Space Cowboy 17 the other day, and one of our chats on his channel was that he made a point that Jerry Jones hasn't put Everson Walls in the Ring of Honor. So why would he be in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, why would he be in the Hall of Fame? Yeah.
So I understand that point. That's a good point. When our own fans are disrespecting Everson Walls, somebody who led the league as a rookie in interceptions, a guy who was basically second behind Ronnie Lott in interceptions in his career in postseason and regular season, a guy who leads in tackles, 3rd I think best. I'm talking about he's up there with Ronnie Lott and Deion Sanders and Rod Woodson's and all those guys, and he didn't make the Hall of Fame. Darren Woodson better get the hell in there soon. There's no excuse for Darren Woodson, our safety in the 90s with the Super Bowl teams, that he shouldn't. Number 28 should be in the Hall of Fame, and he should be in the Hall of Fame now. Sorry, okay.
There you go, baby.
Done with the Hall of Fame.
Let me see.
Damn, that pisses
Fred
me off.
Wood, segue for another day. Which Hall of Famer bust is closest to perfection? I think Mike Ditka. I would have to look at them a little bit better. I just know that the Jerry Jones one gives me nightmares. It's terrifying. Sleepy Dave, any opinion on Hugh Johnson out of Texas? And then
really.
Cowboys Abroad said he just likes the $2 holla thing. So I am here for your constant amusement and continuous embarrassment. Just kidding, guys, but...
We are coming up here at 2 hours. We wanted to go 2 hours today because we knew that we missed yesterday. We felt bad to the fans.
We had just so much news too, guys. I mean, we didn't even stop at. We got to like an hour and a half before we got to stop and really chat.
Yeah, all the news is kind of done. We got through all that Super Bowl news. Done with that disgusting Super Bowl.
And not just
Eagles
that,
still suck.
Big NFL news too with the whole McDaniels thing. I mean, that was
huge,
last minute blow up. Like,
right before we went
holy
live.
crap,
So,
what's going on? So.
Yeah. So I mean, again, guys, we thank you all. Thanks for all those drops today, guys. I mean, we had 4 drops today.
Thank you for all the support from all of you guys. But yes, an extra special thank you to LT Metters, to Cowboys Abroad, Dallas Cowboy Football News, for all the support.
And of course, Slim Shady.
And Slim Shady,
he's the winner.
Course.
And of course, DJ Crown J. So sub up to him. But yes, guys, last round of questions here, and then we're gonna start to wrap
we don't really
this
have
up.
any
Wrap
questions,
it up.
but let me see.
Last
Billy
comments,
Murphy
we're
said,
wrapping it
"Hi,
up.
fam. Walsh should be in the Ring of Honor and the Hall of Fame. He was a beast.
Correct. I agree, Billy Murphy, 100%. That's why the Hall of Fame probably said, why? If Jerry Jones not even going to honor him, then why should we?
Why should we?
But Darren Woodson better be there. Everson Wills will get in there, but he'll be in there as a senior pick. You know what I mean? Unfortunately. But I like what Darren Woodson brought to the Cowboys. He was even better than Everson Walls. And I know he played safety. Everson Walls played cornerback, although Walls did play safety in Cleveland, and he played a different scheme when he went to the Giants after he left Dallas. So the guy is fantastic. He'll make it as a senior in the future, but Darren Woodson needs to get in there sooner than later. Yeah. I'm getting pissed off that it's taking this long.
I agree. And D-Will, Jalen Smith is the real deal. I hope so, especially now that he's 100%
Should
from
be.
that injury.
Should be, exactly.
So let's
for
go
that
ahead
reason.
and do our final
Shout-outs, baby.
shout-outs. Cowboys Abroad said it's time to put Darren Woodson in the Hall of Fame.
Correct.
So Cowboys Abroad, D-Will, Billy Murphy, Kevin Bilbo, Eagles still suck. Yes. Yes, they do. Sleepy Dave, Fred Woods, Brian Bradford, Eric Gonzalez. Thank you for joining us here. Jose Rios. Let me see. Ricardo Lewis, Jack Walker, Matt Persico. Ooh, Junior
Awesome.
Muth, thank you for joining us. I'm trying to scroll back as far back as I can. Buddy Johnson, Moo Shahid, Santa Claus, Sports Highlights in the house. Ooh, and
Yeah, Border City Bandit.
Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for joining my Cowboys family. Thanks for subbing out. Make sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss when we go live. We post daily live streams on the Cowboys and
Much
general
love.
NFL news.
Yes, and don't forget that like button, guys. And always that donate. You can drop that thing there just for any last
yeah.
moment, guys. We do have a donation stream. We don't use Super Chat. They kind of banned us. YouTube's kind of hitting us hard.
So I spit too much fire for YouTube Super Chat. They can't handle this.
Gotta watch that special, guys. But yeah, you guys go back and watch that if you missed it a couple weeks ago.
That's something
She wrapped it out, guys. Wrapped it out the house. But that cost us. So now they're not even letting us do Super Chat. They're not even monetizing any of our videos. So no ads. All we ask for is maybe if you guys want to help, drop some donations, show your appreciation. Everything goes back into the channel one way or the other here on My Cowboys Family. We put it right back in here, whether it's equipment, which we're going to have to get because our mic keeps dying. Speaking of, your mic died, baby. Luckily, you weren't talking at that moment.
Good.
I checked before, though.
Yeah, Dallas Cowboy Forever Champions. Thank you for joining us here as well.
bro?
He said you still have Harvey Martin and Too Tall Jones and more Cowboys. So
Yeah.
actually, you know what? That might be a topic
tall.
of a future video as well. You
Who
know,
should be in there?
who are Dallas
Those
Cowboy
guys have to go
players
in
that
as seniors,
should
though.
be in the Hall of
See,
Fame?
those guys are going as seniors. If Everson Walls is going
Oh,
to have
there
to
we
go
go.
as senior.
Super Turk, thank you for joining us here as well.
Super
yeah, guys,
Turk.
the chat
Saw
doesn't
you.
let me scroll back that far, so I can only see it
Anybody who's new,
to a
just
certain
wanna
extent. But
throw
yeah,
your
guys,
name
go
out
drop
there.
your name in the chat. Make sure to holla so we can holla at you.
Yeah, man. Hey,
So-
we hit 2-hour mark, guys, so we're wrapping this up.
Yeah, but again, thank you so much for joining us here. And
Yes,
just one
guys.
final time, guys, if you do just help support the channel with $10 or more, you get one of these, My Cowboy Family wristbands. And as
Double
well,
up.
if you do... If you do want to support the channel by rocking a My Cowboys Family shirt, we have
represent-
shirts for the whole family.
Guys, this is the
men,
way-
women, children, and of course, non-Cowboy fans who do want to support the channel here at My Cowboys Family. We got your star-free My Cowboys Family shirt.
So the links are below, guys. You can check those out.
Yes.
We want to say extra, and we do include those purchases.
Yeah, into our leaderboard up here, guys.
Correct.
So if you do purchase a shirt, you do get to
Right.
join in.
And as you see
Andrew
here-
McCall, thank you for
What's
joining
up,
us.
Andrew?
Don't
In
worry
the house.
about being late. Oh man, I wish
We
we
went
could
2
give
hours,
a recap.
so you have
It's
to.
a long
Yeah, it's a
one.
long, but it's a good one. You want to watch it. There's a lot of good stuff. And
Yeah.
make sure you watch the video from yesterday, guys. If you haven't seen it yet, go back and watch that video. It's gaining steam. I just had to get my thoughts out there about why I think the Eagles are in the Super Bowl and we're not. I think that a lot of reasons lie right there, and it's because we did not complete the offseason stuff that we need to do, which is coming up right now. And we have to do better, not in the draft. Draft are doing great. We have to do better in free agency and have to do better in trades. And I'm not talking about going trade crazy, or signing every free agent. I'm talking about being smart, making a couple of moves, little moves, but smart, for good players that are solid and can really help us in depth and shore up some spots on our team on offense and defense. That's the way you do it through free agency. That's the way you do it through the draft. And the rest you do, free agency and through trades. And the rest you do through the draft like we've been doing. Give you credit on that, Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones. Aside from that, you failed. An F for your whole management team led by Jerry Jones. That's my issue there. And of course, the coaches have the problems. The players have their problems. But it starts with the ownership and the management. So that's what that video is about. So make sure you catch that, man. Listen, fiance, where is it? Right over there. She right there, guys. Fiance dropped
There
that
it is.
link. That is this donation link. We don't have Super Chat anymore, as you guys know. So forget YouTube and their little ways. We still hope that you guys can still help support this
They
channel.
can't hold us back.
Channels back. Help support our channel. We're gonna get better and better as the days go on, the weeks go on. We've been on for 7 months, guys, and without you, we wouldn't have been on this long. So thank you
Exactly.
all for your help with everything. The mods and the chat over here.
Yeah, you guys are
the
rocking
comments.
it.
Just the comments. If you can't
Yeah.
donate, that's fine. The comments are fantastic most of the
Just
time,
again
other than the
about
trolls.
this community that we've
Yeah.
that we've got every time we come on here and stream, and then Andrew the call. That's an Eagle Suck shirt. I love it. Show it off, baby, because I have a feeling it's not gonna last long.
Well,
So
unfortunately,
LT
Matters
Matters
an
dropped
Eagle
he
fan.
dropped the gauntlet there. So
Right there, you can
and
see him.
he put down a down payment on the burning of this shirt. Oh,
If you guys get $200 by tomorrow before he gets his, you guys save the shirt. I'm just start making
guys.
fun,
Yeah,
guys.
I know. It's just a joke, guys. So seriously, thank you for all the support. Thank you for everybody who's joined us here. And I guess just a quick stream recap. Of course, the big news: McDaniels staying with the Patriots. That Colts deal is gone.
Right, which I want to say about that kind of turns into the Eberflus. Why would we talk about that? It's not Cowboy news, but it is. Yes. Because Eberflus is now stuck there in Indianapolis. He was our linebacker coach. He's doing also what Chris Richard is doing now. When it comes to, he's doing the defensive backs coach, but he's doing the defensive passing game coordinator, and that's what Eberflus was. He was next in charge of the defensive coordinator. He's the Colts defensive coordinator, but now they don't have McDaniels. So now we're going to see what happens. This is going to be a mess over there, which leads us to believe what happens to Hitchens. Is it a done deal that he's going to go to Indianapolis? Hell no. It's chaos. I don't think he wants to go there as of right this moment. Even if Eberflus is there, I don't think he's sold 100% yet, and things are a little closer now with him staying in Dallas. That's our number one guy we need to sign this year, guys, in my opinion, over D-Law and over Irving. We need to make sure we sign him. We can get the other two guys with franchise tag and with a tender, but we can't get Hitchens in any other way. So he's the most important free agent right now, guys. Hitchens got to stay in Dallas.
There you go. So, and Matt Persico, thank you for joining us here.
What was the other things that they were saying?
The recap.
I'm sorry.
Sorry about that. So, of course, the McDaniels thing. Dak making comments about how he wants to play this upcoming season.
Right.
And what his thoughts are on how to make it a Dak-friendly offense.
The thoughts are that Lanahan's going to switch it up a little bit and have Dak roll out of the pocket more often.
Be more mobile.
Still use the RPOs, maybe run a little bit more, but that's not what they're really going to do. It's going to be more getting him out of the pocket on the passing plays, and then using his legs to extend the play. It's just smart. Actually, one of the few smart things Lanahan seems to have done. And extend the play that way. When you can get him then outside of the pocket, he becomes deadly because now the defenders come up and then all they do is just throw it over.
Yeah, now Cowboys Abroad said antics. If antics are a problem, Randy Moss shouldn't have gotten in first ballot. His record isn't squeaky clean. No. Randy Moss taking playoffs,
Randy Moss is better than T.O.
like penalties, getting arrested. It's more about the argument of the off, like those kinds of things.
I know. I understand that viewpoint, but to me,
Randy, what's his face get in this year? Ray Lewis, right?
Yeah, he killed somebody. I mean, Randy Moss smoked some weed and was a little bit of an attitude problem. T.O. was a little bit bigger than that in the sense of craziness, in my opinion. You can't really go crazy than killing somebody like Ray Lewis, but because he was innocent, whatever. Look, the point I'm trying to say is that I'm not saying T.O. should not have made the Hall of Fame. I'm just saying let him sweat it out a little bit longer. But I agree. When it comes to the story of the NFL, T.O. is a bigger story than Everson Walls. But Everson Walls is the better player at his position. I think when you look at everything included and you look at the stats, T.O. is great and he should go into the Hall of Fame, but this is Everson Wall's last chance. Now he's got to go in as a senior. I mean, he deserves to be in there. And Darren Woodson will make it in as a regular Hall of Fame ballot guy soon. I guarantee it, guys. And we're going to be loud for this draft. All you guys showing up, we're going to be damn loud.
You guys are going to hear us.
Yeah, you're going to hear us. We're going to be streaming from
Fred
there.
Wood said he's putting in his bid for best man at our matrimony service. So
we'll have fun for that one day. Dallas Stadium.
2 years, 3 months, and 3 days to go, guys.
And 16 hours, right?
No.
She's got it all planned. Maybe
we don't have a time.
Maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll do it in Big D. We'll start a fund. Whatever it costs, we'll come in with it.
You know what, Cowboys Abroad? I will. You know what? We'll get married in Okinawa. I don't care. The kids don't have to be there. Our family doesn't have to be there.
That's our honeymoon, though, baby.
There you go.
That's our honeymoon wedding. So anyway,
don't put ideas in my head.
Oh, man. All right, guys, chill out.
Well, anyway, I'd love to visit Japan one day, Cowboys Abroad, and hopefully, if we ever do, you are still there. We'd be able to, that'd be crazy to meet up with a fan halfway across the world, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but that's not counting that because
I doubt it.
That's not coming from the channel. That's coming from our pockets. So just keep remember that, guys.
Sorry, guys, we don't have Japan money.
Yeah, we were gonna, and we had some issues years ago.
Anyway,
so
guys, that's a dream. That's a one-day dream, a bucket list.
Yeah. So
again, guys, thank you so much. Final shout outs, final wrap ups for the night. There's too much to wrap up.
There's a lot to wrap up,
but those
guys.
are the major earlier points that we talked
about.
Go
ahead and look at some names. But draft stuff and some other Super Bowl stuff. But we also talked about Tank Lawrence, D-Law, and how he pressured third best in the league. The Cowboys were tied with the Rams and Vikings for the most players with over 20 pressures in a season. The only team that did better than them were the Eagles. And the other two teams that were tied with were the Rams and the Vikings. 3 great defenses, and we're in there. So just keep that in mind. For next year, our defense is ready to roll, guys. We gotta upgrade the offense. I think through free agency, through smart deals, trades, whatever. And I think we gotta get some depth as well on offense, especially at linebacker, at behind Tyron Smith and at receiver. We can go John Brown, Moncrief. But then, we go draft a lot of these things. We know we're going to draft a lot of rookies and a lot of defensive guys and offensive guard. But then we make a trade here and there. Maybe get someone in there, not a big name, just a little name, a depth guy on defense, a depth linebacker you can get for next year's 6th-round pick and I don't know. I'm just trying to say, you can trade it away and be smart and get a smart guy. It will only cost you maybe $2 million or something like that. Like Chris Long for the Eagles. He's depth, and he had 5 sacks. That would put him in 3rd place on the Dallas Cowboys team. And he was a backup. And he was a free agent trade pickup move that they made and signed him for $2.2 million. Why can't we find those guys that we know they can do it, and we just step back out of the way? That's where we're weak, and that's where we need to improve to get this team back to where we know we want to be. Super Bowl 53.
Yeah, so Matt Persico said, me and DJ Kanja got to play rock, paper, scissors for who gives it to DJ. And then Andrew DeCall said, I must be at my Cowboys family wedding. So, guys, DJ Kanja actually legitimately probably will be at my Cowboys family wedding, guys. I don't want to put any of his personal information out. There's a very, very good chance he might actually be there at the wedding, which is pretty cool. Yes. But outside of that, I don't know. At this point, we might live stream it or something, and I don't know. I doubt it, guys. We'll see. Right. Oh, just kidding. But we'll share.
We got a long way to go, dude. We're 6 months away, but you know what? The season comes around like this.
I like your comparison there, David Irving to Ed Too Tall Jones.
We've been saying that for a while. Yeah, he's been saying that a long time. And again, I don't think he's there yet. Nothing to Ed Too Tall Jones, but he has the ability to be there, and he also plays a different position. Ed Too Tall played on the defensive end. He plays tackle, although he can play end as well.
Yes.
Whole different, guys, we're going to talk so much more about this in the next couple days.
We'll be here tomorrow.
We have to wrap this up.
Yes. Thank you for joining us here, guys. I shouted out everybody already that commented here as well. Make sure to hit like. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss when we go live.
Don't forget Twitter.
Follow us on Twitter so you also don't miss when we go live when YouTube is broken. And number one, guys, you can never, ever forget.
Wait, one thing before you say that.
Oh, yeah.
Eagles suck. And one other thing. Go Cowboys! Woo!
Thank you for joining us here. Catch us tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. Stay safe and go Cowboys.
Always, guys. Go Cowboys. And don't forget about this.